Ladies and gentlemen, now it's 6 o'clock and we are ready to start second session for today. Bout number 307. Into the red corner, women's fly, 48-51 kilogram. Please welcome boxer from Poland, Alexis Kobitska.
Well, a very warm welcome once again to the Leginov Hall here in Kielce in Poland, and you join us for the 13th session of
India.
boxing. It is quarter-final action all the way, and we kick things off in the women's 51 kilogram flyweight division. This one between boxers from Poland,
United States
and India.
2 Scotland, 3 Armenia, 4 Sri Lanka, and 5 Argentina. Referee Radosław Simon.
So we will have 5 judges using a 10-point must system seated around the boxing ring, scoring this one and each and every contest, of course. In this particular bout, they're from the United States of America, Scotland, Armenia, Sri Lanka, and Argentina. There is the Polish boxer, Alexis Kobitska, 17 years of age, the reigning European Youth Championship gold medalist at 51 kilograms. That title coming in 2020, the same year she took national youth gold at 51 kilograms as well. Her opponent is also a continental champion. In 2019, Chanu from India was the Asian youth champion at 51 kilograms. The same year, she took national youth bronze at 51 kilograms, but has enjoyed title success in a junior classification the year before in 2018 at 52 kilograms. Radosław Simon is the referee. And I am indeed Ronald McIntosh. I'll be your commentator here for the action in Ring A. We've also got action taking place in Ring B. My colleague Andy Clark is on commentary duty in that particular ring. And of course, subscribe to the AIBA YouTube channel where you will see live streaming, plenty of archive content, and specifically made content surrounding this and other AIBA entities.
Round 1.
Well, what a contest in prospect here. 2 continental queens facing off in the quarter-final stage of the 51 kilogram flyweight division. The boxer wearing red is Alexis Kobitska, the 17-year-old competing in her 3rd bout here of Kielce 2021, and she has been absolutely outstanding so far. Poker face invariably etched over her visage as she scores with a hard left hand to the body, but she's warned for punching incorrectly with the inside part of the glove rather than the knuckle part of the glove. Her opponent is 19-year-old Babi Rosinjana Chanu from India. Both of these boxers 1 win away from a place in the semi-finals and therefore a guaranteed medal. Remember, both eventual beaten semi-finalists will come away with championship bronzes in AIBA boxing, and there's a good left hand to the body landed by Chanu. Chanu producing a 2nd round stoppage in her round of 16 contest, and look at the quality and evidence here. Absolutely terrific trade-offs with Kobitska being driven back towards the ropes. That stoppage coming at the 134 mark as she scores with a right hook to the body and then left upstairs, but Kobitska comes back with her own right hand counter, the final shot in that exchange. So beyond the midpoint of the opening round, and what an opening round it has been so far. Plenty of thinking in evidence as, again, Chanu goes downstairs to the body with an eye-catching shot, but a trade-off ensues. Good left jab landed by Kobitska, then an arcing right hand. As Chanu tucking up behind a peekaboo guard and looking to find holes in the defense of the woman in red. Corkscrew left hand followed by a left uppercut and then a right cross with a cracking combination from Chanu. Terrific punch picking in the pocket by the woman in blue. Terrific left with a corkscrew, scored by Kobitska. And that's really untidy between the two of them. Let's hope that both of them are okay. But the quality in evidence here and the inside work is absolutely wonderful to behold. So Kobitska just short with the right cross on the resumption. Chanu, her right hand was right on the money. Good right hand landed by Chanu after she scored with a left jab, but she didn't step back, and that's why she was able to use quick feet to close the distance so effectively. Terrific action in our opening bout of this 13th session of boxing. What a contest we have on our hands here. Chanu's work in the pocket was notable indeed. How will the 5 scoring judges see this one? 4-1 split in favor of the woman in blue. Make no mistake, Kobitska in that contest, in that round, every second of the way.
नीचे ऊपर मारना है, पीछे आना है, फिर मारना है, ठीक है? उसके सामने पकड़ना नहीं है, पकड़ना नहीं है। हमारे पास है, लेकिन लगातार अटैक होना है। क्या करेगी? ये भी क्या करना है?
Seconds out, please.
हाथ गार्ड में रखो। बहुत बढ़िया बेटा, very good. हाथ गार्ड में रखिए बेटा, ऊपर नीचे मार।
Round 2.
So into the second round then, and both boxers march out to the center of the ring and face off once again. But it's Chanu who is picking up punches with real good effect in the pocket, and look at the movement she's employing. Currently going to her right, counterclockwise, as Kobitska looking to establish her range. Working away with a free hand to the body is Chanu, and Kobitska, well, I'm not quite sure. Well, she tries to work away as well. For a moment, I wasn't sure what she was doing, either holding on or looking to push off. But while she was holding, oh, that's another untidy tangle, my goodness. Armbar applied by Chanu, forcing her opponent down to the canvas. Now she's gonna have to watch how she conducts herself here, Chanu, because she's proven to be a really adept punch picker in the pocket, but you cannot take your forearm and drive it under the chin of your opponent. Very dangerous indeed. As the action resumes with a minute gone. Flashing hooks landed on the inside. Kobitska just coming out second best in these exchanges so far, because Chanu is quicker on the draw, beating her to the punch with some consistency during the minute gone in this round so far. Chanu's really got to watch how she conducts herself up in the boxing ring for my money. She's getting herself a breather here. But the referee has spoken to her repeatedly about the infringement of holding. Both boxers not heeding the command to step back. Halfway through the second round, terrific burst of punches to the body once again. Chanu perhaps coming in with her head as she drove it underneath the chin of Kobitska. So Kobitska trying to get her boxing going, but she's consistently being beaten to the punch. And during the trade-off, oh, that's a right uppercut on the inside. Now, was the command of break issued? We're behind closed doors here, but there is a terrific atmosphere at the Hala Legianov, and that is, again, an armbar applied with the wrist and forearm of Chanu. She's a rough customer at close quarters, and she is walking at the margins, operating at the margins of the rule book for my money. So Chanu stealing a glance to her corner. 40 seconds to go. Up with the head once again comes the more compact figure in blue. Well, Kobitska hasn't been able to find the rhythm or flow that has been so characteristic of her boxing through her completed bout so far. This is the third bout of Kielce 2021, remember. Good left, right landed by Kobitska, but it was countered immediately by Chanu, and I feel that her marauding, swarming tactics were enough to give her the edge in that round, but what say the 5 scoring judges? And there is confirmation of a clean sweep, so Chanu leading 20 points to 18 for 4 of the 5 scoring judges. The home boxer, the Polish boxer, Alexis Kobitska, needs an enormous final round, but she hasn't been able to find her rhythm or range with any type of consistency through the completed 2 rounds so far. And in addition to the accurate punch picking like that, where Chanu has invariably been quicker off the mark, she's been rough on the inside as well. Has the boxer in blue, further disrupting the flow of Kobitska. Kobitska no stranger to those tactics herself, but she perhaps has met her match in terms of the art and perhaps
Round 3.
darker arts of infighting. Oh, terrific right cross by Chanu. Looked for a corkscrew left, that was blocked, but the subsequent right hand did get through. Chanu consistently dipping with her head beneath the chin of Kobitska, as she looks to bury her head onto Kobitska's sternum and just burrow away with punches to both body and head. Good left hand landed twice by the woman in blue. She switches southpaw, presenting a different look, and as she switched back orthodox, she scored with a left hand. It really is a physical contest, this one. Remember, the winner progressing through to the final 4 and a guaranteed medal. And what an accomplishment that would be for both of these boxers. They've earned their place at this quarter-final stage of the tournament. Kobitska would love to occupy the medal rostrum here at her home World Championships, but she's got her hands full here with this little buzzsaw of a boxer from India. Switching southpaw once again, terrific right hand to the body, then brings a left hook upstairs, the head into the face of Kobitska. And again, she's been doing that, maybe not as blatantly, but it's been a tactic she's employed as she lands with an arcing right hand and then a left hook as Kobitska trying to find her range. There's the same tactic once again. It's beneath the chin, but that's been happening all contest long. A characteristic of the swarming, effective aggression produced by Chanu. Kobitska with her best shot of the entire contest a few moments ago. A looping roundhouse right. Clock not on the side of the boxer in red. She needs a massive final round as the head drives into the woman in red once again. And Radoslav Simone really reading the riot act, and I don't think that Chanu's going to be able to employ that tactic anymore. She lands a snaking left hand on the resumption. Kobitska looking to free her hands and firing hooks desperately from both flanks. Her exertions audible from our commentary position ringside here. Chanu looking for a right hand to the body, snaking left from the woman in blue is off the mark. And noticeable that she's keeping her head out of danger's way here now. Not putting it on the sternum of the woman in red, but holding it to the side. After that stern talking to by Radoslav Simone. Kobitska made to miss with the right hand and then hit by a left jab as switching her feet in front of her opponent is Chanu. Chanu controlling things terrifically. Burst of punches to the body is an impressive salvo. Punches coming from both flanks, tickling the ribs of the woman in red. And working away with punches to the body once more. 10-second clapper is sounded, and Kobitska's home World Championships, as she's caught by a check left hand, is going to come to an end right here at the semi-final stage, because Chanu has produced a quite magnificent display of non-stop educated pressure. Quicker on the draw, the first to the punch, and consistently landing shots to both head and body while completely disrupting the flow of Alexis Kobitska. She gave it absolutely everything she had in pursuit of a place in the semi-finals here tonight. But Chanu proved to be the better boxer here at the quarter-final stage, and one suspects it will be India who will have an athlete in the semi-final of the 51-kilogram flyweight tournament for women. Terrific display by the woman in blue. Let's get confirmation.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout by unanimous decision is the boxer from the blue corner, Baber Soriana Chanu Naorem.
And there is confirmation of a unanimous point decision victory for Babi Rajasthana Chanu of India, the 19-year-old outpointing her fellow continental queen with a brilliant display of swarming, effective, intelligent aggression, and that is how she did it. It is Chanu who has guaranteed herself a championship medal here at Kyoto 2021. Disappointment for Alexis Kobitska, but let's give her credit for the terrific display she produced to get herself through to this quarterfinal stage, but that is where her tournament comes to an end.
Ladies and gentlemen, now it's time for bout number 308 in Ring A. Women's flying 48-51 kg. Into the red corner, please welcome boxer representing Ecuador, Gomez Genesis.
We remain in the 51 kilogram flyweight division, and our next contest is between boxers from Ecuador and Italy.
And his opponents representing Italy in blue corner, Ayari Lucia Ellen. Judge assignments: 1 United States, 2 Kyrgyzstan, 3 India, 4 Czech Republic, and 5 Hungary. Referee.
Here then the judges who will score
Mongolia.
this contest. They come from the United States of America, Kyrgyzstan, India, Czech Republic, and Hungary. Well, there is Genesis Gomez preparing for her second bout of Kyoto 2021. Won the 2019 National Youth Selection Tournament at 51 kilograms to assure her place here on the Ecuadorian national team at the World Championships. Lucia Ellen Ayari is the 2020 National Youth Champion of Italy in the 51 kilogram flyweight division, and she's a two-time European medalist in the junior ranks at 50 kilograms, taking a silver in 2018 and followed that with a bronze a year later. Our referee is from Mongolia, and we are just moments away from the start of action to find out who will be going through to face off against Chanu at the semi-final stage of the women's 51 kilogram flyweight division.
Rounds 1.
Well, this promises to be quite a contest between two very skillful boxers, but they go about their trade in different ways. The orthodox boxer wearing red is the Italian athlete. Her opponent wearing... So it's the Ecuadorian wearing red, that's a southpaw, Genesis Gomez. The Italian is wearing blue, that is Lucia Ellen Ayari. Genesis Gomez, the southpaw, produced a first-round stoppage in her previous contest with her swarming, effective aggression. Lucia Ayari, a unanimous points decision victor, to book her place here at the quarterfinal stage. And you see Ayari up on her toes, using the space of the boxing ring and picking off the advancing boxer in red with straight shots. Gomez looking to get into the pocket. Bobbing and weaving in front of her opponent is Gomez. Ayari thought about unloading a right hand, but didn't fully commit to the shot. Well, lead legs will often tangle when a southpaw and orthodox boxer share the ring, and as you see, Gomez step onto the lead left foot of Ayari once again. Beautiful corkscrew left landed by Ayari, but it was countered by a single shot success from Gomez. Battle of the lead legs, always interesting when an orthodox and port-sided fighter meet in a ring. And the key so often to have your foot on the outside, so you've got that space of the ring to move into. If the boxer with their foot on the inside, well, by definition, their avenue to the outside is cut off. Left cross not too far away from Gomez. As Ayari looking to keep her on the end of straight punches. Left cross is a nice shot from the woman in red. Same shot once again, which was far more effective as Gomez found a range behind the right jab. Looking for the same shot once more, and she's following it up, doubling, tripling up the attack, coming in multiple phases. Good portion of the round for Genesis Gomez. Exchange of shots on the resumption after the intervention by the referee. So Gomez increasing the pressure over the front foot, and Ayari just not able to find the room for her punches. She's trying to get her straight shots away off the back foot, but Gomez, her swarming aggression was making it difficult. There's a nicely picked right cross by the woman in blue. Exchange on the inside of flailing shots on the sound of the 10-second clapper as Gomez continually coming forwards and having repeated success with that right, left, out of the southpaw stance. Right jab, left cross, and that became a really profitable combination for her in the closing stages of the round, but not enough to overturn the good work and punch picking produced by Ayari in the first 2 minutes and change of the first round. But that's the success that Gomez was having in the closing stages of the first. But earlier on in the round, Ayari was able to pick off the advancing boxer in red with some straight punches.
Seconds out, please. Round 2.
So into the second round then. First round taken on a 4-1 split in favor of the Italian boxer wearing blue. Nice right hand landed by Ayari. As Gomez trying to get over the front foot once again and got the better of that exchange as the two boxers came together. Genesis Gomez, one of 2 women on the Ecuadorian boxing team. They're 4 strong in total because they've got 2 men on the squad as well. Italy, represented by 8 women and 7 men in their 15-strong contingent. Terrific punch picking once again from the woman in red. And it's the same combination repeatedly, and the left hand continues to crash home as she gets the better of that exchange by having the greater volume of successful punches. On the front foot once again, continuing to crowd Ayari. As Ayari turns the tables intelligently, and she scores with a couple of straight shots of her own, but Gomez straight back into the pocket, looking for that same combination that has served her so well. Final shot of that exchange was a left jab from Ayari. Gomez working away with punches to the body, lands with a flashing right hook upstairs out of that southpaw stance, and another one, and now bringing the hooks into play and backing up Ayari to the neutral corner just above our commentary position. Gomez continuing to turn up the pressure and walk down her opponent, unloading to both body and head. Make no mistake, Ayari is having some successes of her own, but this isn't just naked aggression from Gomez, it is educated, effective aggression. Now back beyond punching range, Ayari looking to establish her lead left hand. She lands a terrific straight cluster of punches as the 2 boxers come together in the space of the ring. Minute to go in what has been a keenly contested second round so far. And now Ayari, instead of using her legs and the space of the ring for that previous portion of the round, was content to hold her feet and stand her ground. She was backed up once again, but now she's choosing to stand and trade off in the space of the ring once more. It's producing some terrific action, but Gomez's shots appear crisper. And you see Ayari has that habit of swiveling her head when she's out of punching range. And perhaps, well, they just seem to be landing more solidly, do the shots of Gomez, swiveling her head up on impact more than Gomez's head is turning from the scoring punches of Ayari. So closing seconds of the second round. And the momentum that was established by Gomez at the closing stage of the first has been continued here in the second for my money. And it's that shot, the left cross, which has been really profitable indeed. And here's confirmation that she takes it on a 3-2 split, so it's all square for 4 of the 5 judges as we go into the final round. Practically nothing between these two boxers. After 6 completed minutes of action, Genesis Gomez consistently getting into the pocket and finding the range. With her left cross in particular, there was a change in tactics from Ayari, because at one portion of the round, she elected to stand and trade off with the woman in red. So who will be able to implement the instructions of their corner during this final 3-minute session?
Round 3.
So into the 3rd and final round we go. 51-kilogram flyweight action to determine who will be going through to the medal stage. And look at the ferocious trade-off between both boxers in the space of center ring. And it's Gomez who's looking to back up Ayari, but Ayari getting her stance back beneath her and comes back into the fray with a terrific right hand. But Gomez continuing to walk her way forwards and is letting the greater volume of punches go. Terrific action in the first 30 seconds of this final round. Good right hand on the resumption from Ayari, and again, but back comes Gomez as the two boxers continue to let leather fly, producing an action-packed 3rd and final round. Oh my goodness, the chins of both boxers being picked off cleanly. So as much respite as we've had in the entire contest as they get straight back to arcing punches on the inside once again. Uppercut being brought into play by Ayari. Well, no space of the ring being used in this 3rd and final round so far. You could contract the ropes massively, and these boxers would still have space around them because they're just standing in the space on top of the logo and testing the chins of one another. There's a blistering left cross from Gomez, looking for the same shot once again. Ayari comes back with her own backhand. The two boxers momentarily beyond punching range before they step back into the pocket and let shots fly once again. Gomez looking to close the gap. Ayari standing her ground. She's being subjected to 1st and 3rd boxing through that previous coming together. Now Ayari up on her toes for the first time in round 3. Both boxers leaving it all in the ring in pursuit of a place in the medal stages of Kielce 2021. It's Chanu, the Indian boxer, who awaits in the semi-final. And she too capable of terrific punch output, but what a right hand on the resumption landed by Ayari, and then a right left with shots landing from down by her knees, and then another right hand landed by Ayari. Gomez going for it, but she's been picked off by some clean shots. She's aware of that, and she gets through with 2 punches of her own. But Ayari getting the better of the previous 15 seconds or so. What a 3rd and final round. Remember the context of this contest. It is all square for 4 of the 5 judges. That waistband needs some attention because it must be visible to help the referee determine whether a blow is fair or foul, hence the expression below the belt. It's not just a fashion accessory, it's a crucial part of AIBA boxing. Terrific shots exchanged by both as they continue to jolt the head back of their opponents. Right up until the final bell, they continue to compete. Wow, what a blistering final 3 minutes. In the 51-kilogram flyweight division, the contest was all square for 4 of the 5 judges with 2 rounds in the book. And in the 3rd and final round, it's as though they said, okay, let's see who's going through to the medal podium. And they met one another head on with plenty of skillful punch picking. It was anything but a free swing up because the shots were correct and they both found success repeatedly. Who will be going through to the medal podium here at Kielce 2021?
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout by unanimous decision is the boxer from the blue corner.
And it is Ayari, Lucia Ellen Ayari, the 17-year-old from Italy, through to the semi-final stage with a unanimous point decision victory, 28-29 for 4 of the scoring judges. That's how close the contest was. She's acknowledging all sides of the arena here at the Hala Legionov, and we're going to see her in the rope square once again. Terrific performance by her, but let's give credit to Genesis Gomez, who was absolutely sensational herself in that contest. The two stars combining for a scintillating affair, but it is Ayari who goes through.
Now it's time for bout number 309. Women's light welter, ring A, 60-64 kilogram. Into the red corner, please welcome boxer from Ukraine, Marina Stoiko. And his opponent, representing Russia, in blue corner, Azalia Amineva.
So we move up to the 64-kilogram light welterweight division for women.
To Argentina, 3
And
Italy,
we have got boxers
4 Uzbekistan, and 5 India.
from Ukraine and
Referee
Russia contesting this one. Here are the 5 scoring judges who will be the arbiters of the 64-kilogram light welterweight bout. They're from Sri Lanka, Argentina, Italy, Uzbekistan, and India. Well, there is Marina Stoiko. The 18-year-old boxer from Ukraine comes in here as the 2020 European Championship silver medalist. And the woman in the other corner is the one who bested her in that 2020 European Championship youth final. But she came away with championship gold in that tournament. Valery Pastuhov of Moldova is the referee.
Round 1.
So we're underway then. 2 familiar rivals facing off for a place in the final 4 of the women's 64-kilogram light welterweight tournament. They met in the final of the Continental Youth Championships in 2020. And on that occasion, it was the woman wearing blue, the southpaw from Russia, Azalia Amineva, who came away with championship gold. The woman who occupied the silver medal rostrum in that championships is Marina Stoiko of Ukraine. She, 18 years of age, Amineva, 17 years old. And how much significance will that encounter in the final of the continental event have on the outcome of, or not just the outcome, but how this one is contested? Plenty of familiarity between the pair, who for the next 9 minutes are foes in pursuit of a place on the medal rostrum here at Kyoto 2021. Looking for a left cross out of that southpaw stance is Amineva. Oh, terrific shots out of that southpaw stance from Amineva, snaking them upwards in lashing fashion. Stoiko remaining on her toes, and she takes another corkscrew right hand from the southpaw in blue. Get the sense that point-scoring punches could well be at a premium during the course of this contest, such as the respect for one another as Stoiko goes looking for a right cross. now looking to alter her footwork, present a more dynamic figure in front of Aminova. So the referee allowing the two boxers to work away, but neither of them taking the opportunity to do so. Instead, they're just content to waltz around the ring. There's a nice left hand landed by Aminova once again. That's a telegraphed left hook fired by Stoico, easily evaded by Aminova, who just skipped off to her left. Aminova punching from beyond range at the moment, and she's not keeping the attack going to get in range with subsequent shots that she may let go. First round in the book. Some eye-catching punches picked by the tall southpaw in blue. And that is how she has swept the opening round, 10-9 for all 5 scoring judges. Some of the action from that first round.
Seconds out, please. Round 2.
Into the second round we go then. In terms of for tournament purposes, a perfect number of 16 boxers comprise the 64-kilogram light welterweight division as they come together once again, and Aminova having the final word with a corkscrew left hand. Stoico, to her credit, having conceded the opening round, trying to up the work rate. Not afraid to get physical with her opponent, but that, of course, against the rules. Throw her to the canvas like that. We had a perfect number of 16, so this, the second bout for both of these boxers here, 1 win away from the medal rostrum. And there's plenty of industry from Stoico. She's quick with her feet, she's dynamic with her movements, but she's not been able to find the range with any sustained regularity. And for the most part, this is what she's been doing, letting her punches go beyond range, and so falling short on a consistent basis. She takes a trip to the canvas after she was cuffed in that direction. Stoico prevailing in a very hard-fought contest, a 3-2 split in a round of 16. She landed a single shot there, but it was 28-29 across the board as she outpointed the woman from Kazakhstan, Mariana Ayupova. Far more straightforward affair in terms of a unanimous points decision win for Aminova at the expense of Miriam Tomasoni of Italy. Terrific punch picking once again by Aminova to catch the advancing boxer in red. Well, you've got to hope that with these repeated trips to the canvas that nobody gets hurt. The Moldovan referee communicating in Russian. These boxers from Ukraine and Russia. So Stoico breathing through an open mouth, trying to inch her way back into punching range, but it's a clever left hand picked by Aminova. And Stoico, while she's electing not to work away here, and given the way she was breathing, maybe just welcoming the brief respite that comes about when you're in that type of territory. But she's not been able to find any clean offense. And she's running out of time here in this second round to turn things around. Having conceded the opening round unanimously, Racing back into the pocket, lands with a cuffing right hand around the corner. But I think the greater amount of quality came from the woman in blue during the course of that second 3-minute session. And with 2 rounds in the book, it is Aminova who has amassed a 2-point lead for all 5 scoring judges. 2018 across the board. Stoico has got to do something drastic and different in the final 3 minutes. The Russian corner working on Aminova, furiously flapping that towel to give her a cold shower of spray along with a cool breeze. And the exact same movement being replicated, different stroke, but the intention and the movement the same.
Round 3.
So we go into the 3rd and final round. And Stoico of Ukraine, the woman wearing red, needs an enormous final 3 minutes here. First 2 rounds have been conceded because she shaped up nicely. She clearly knows. Whoa, now that's bang out of order. My goodness. That was a violent throw to the canvas by Stoico. I said, despite their familiarity, these two are going to be anything but friends for the next 9 minutes, and so it is proving. Illegal maneuvers like that produced by the woman in red. So a minute gone in the 3rd and final round. Stoico continues to come forward, but again, she hasn't been able to find the range throughout this contest so far. And it's really untidy, this one. Again, we can only hope that nobody suffers a twisted limb. The amount of times that the boxers have touched down and find themselves entwined in rather ungainly looking circumstances. But the desire demonstrable from both boxers, but Stoico, she's cleverly tied up by Aminova. Stoico not able to find the shots that she needs. And now, with more than half of the round gone, I think she's in the realm of requiring an RSC or KO to get her hand raised in this one. But Aminova not presenting that opportunity. Using the space of the ring, runs forward and scores with 2 left hands. And Stoico just hasn't been able to get to grips with the tall southpaw style of Aminova. Solid shots landed by both boxers during the course of that coming together. Well, the clock continuing to elapse in this 3rd and final round, and Stoico hasn't been able to do anything discernibly different in this 3rd and final round. She's been dogged in her pursuit of victory. She walked into a hard left hand there to the body. She's coming forward once again. But from the opening round through to here, the 10-second clapper of round 3, the contest has followed a rather predictable pattern. And Stoico stuck in a groove to a certain extent, and it wasn't a groove which produced any victories over the course of the 3-minute rounds for my money. Simply couldn't find any effective offense to disrupt the rhythm and flow of the southpaw wearing blue. And from my perspective, it is Aminova who will be going through to the final 4.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout by unanimous decision is the boxer from the blue corner, Azalia Aminova, Russia.
So it's Aminova who goes through to the semi-final stage, a unanimous point decision victor, taking all of the 3 rounds for 4 of the 5 scoring judges. And the rematch here on the global stage follows the same pattern that ensued on the continental stage, when it was Aminova who prevailed in the European Championship final to become the European Youth Champion, and that is how she did it. Stoico eliminated, and it's Aminova who will go through and guarantee herself a championship medal here.
In the ring K, women's light welter, 60-64 kilogram. Into the red corner, please welcome boxer from Romania, Julia Guta. And his opponents, representing Poland, Wiktoria Agnieszka Tereszczak.
So we remain in the 64 kilogram light welterweight division for women, and this one
And of
between
course,
boxers
judges
from Romania
one
and
India,
Poland.
2 Armenia, 3 Ukraine, 4 Slovakia, 5 United States. Referee Ravi Rai, Scotland.
Here then the judges who will score this one to see who will join Aminova in the semi-final stage. They come from India, Armenia, Ukraine, Slovakia, and the United States of America. Here is Julia Guta, 18 years of age, comes to the boxing ring with consecutive national youth titles under her belt in 2020 and 2019. Took the light welterweight title at 64 kilograms last year, and in 2019 was the welterweight champion. She participated in the European Youth Championships. Her opponent in the blue corner, Wiktoria Tereszczak, is the 2020 National Youth Champion here in Poland in the 64 kilogram light welterweight division. Second bout of the tournament for both of these boxers. It was a unanimous point decision win over Nina Radenovic of Montenegro, as Ravi Rai from Scotland, the referee, checks the equipment. Guta demonstrating hard punches during the course of that contest. And it was a unanimous points verdict for Tereszczak over Kristina Vaklavikova. Bring her through to the final 8 of this light welterweight tournament.
Round 1.
So we're underway then. Quarter-final action in the women's 64 kilogram light welterweight division. And on the back foot is Julia Guta, but she's spearing out stiff, straight punches, trying to neutralize the aggression of Tereszczak, who's looking to walk her down. And look at these exchanges to both body and head in the opening 30 seconds of this bout. Cracking right hand off the back foot from Guta. Tereszczak continuing to look to mow down her opponent. But Guta, look at that right hand cocked, and she brings it through, partially blocked, but it's certainly heavy, the backhand that she possesses, as I alluded to in her previous contest. She's trying to turn it around the corner now, catching Tereszczak as she was looking to unload with her own straight punches. Guta really planting her feet into the canvas and getting leverage on her shots, particularly that backhand, continuing to bomb away with it. Tereszczak edging forwards behind her left jab. And Guta, well, she's finding herself pinned to the ropes on just about all sides of the ring. She then goes downstairs to the body, and look at that jab between the high-held hands of the woman in blue. Well, that an illegal tactic, of course. But if you're Guta's team, I'm sure they're going to say, well, that's a jab. And she is pulling the trigger rather than using it just to hold out there like a broom handle. While the turtle shell defense being erected by Tereszczak is catching many of these shots on her gloves and forearms, but some of them are getting through. And perhaps as important as anything else, while she's tucking up and covering up, she's not able to land with her own offense. Same peekaboo defense being erected once again by Tereszczak. She then looks for a speculative right hand, gets through with the left hand, which was delivered rather incorrectly, as Guta looking to continue to change the angles of delivery with her punches. Good work to the body from the woman in red, countered immediately by body shots from the woman in blue. And you see, that's a measuring jab for my money, trying to get it through the hands that are bracketing the head of Tereszczak. She continues to bomb away with the right hand, but many of the shots are being buffeted by effective defenses. Same tactic once again. She continues to hammer away, and that's smart boxing from Guta, going down to the body. What she's spoken to about the shots being south of the border. Didn't appear to be so from my position, but the referee far closer than I. Boxing off the back foot still is Guta, being put under pressure. There's the 10-second clapper. She lands a hard right hand with her back to the turnbuckle in the neutral corner, just above our commentary position. Right hand success from Tereszczak. Well, Tereszczak on the front foot for the entirety of that first 3 minutes, but she didn't really let her hands go with any consistent effect, and that is why she's conceded it 10-9. Well, excuse me. It was Tereszczak on the front foot, and she's been given it 10-9 across the board. So all of the judges favoring the work of the woman in blue. Effective peekaboo defense erected. And her aggression deemed to be effective against Julia Guta. So it's proving to be a clever tactic to tuck up tightly and walk her opponent down. Julia Guta continuing to try to pick off her opponent. And I thought between the shots that were blocked, she was able to have some success.
Round 2.
But she's conceded the opening round across the board, has Guta, and she goes back to the same tactic immediately. Pecking and poking with that left hand, but some of those shots are scoring blows for my money. Tereszczak looking to walk down her opponent once again. She scores with a solid single left jab to back up Guta. Guta looking to drop down with shots to the body. Hard left hand dug in from Tereszczak. But again, that's a perfect example of how these shots are being repelled. Defense proving to be very secure indeed for many of these punches that Guta is letting fly. That blocked by the left glove, as was that one. And perhaps that is why the judges favored the work of Tereszczak in the opening round. There's an educated left hand from Guta. So can Guta find some accuracy to penetrate the defenses of Tereszczak, who continues to come forward behind high-held gloves, and then when she gets into her own punching territory, letting her hands go to both body and head. Good work to the body by both boxers. And again, how many of those were scoring shots? That left hand to the body appeared to be one. That right hand got behind the left glove of Tereszczak from Guta. Well, it's going to be down to Guta to find some variety here, some accuracy, because look, it's the same thing once again. Was that final right-hander scoring shot? Seemed to be to me, but the preceding jab, they're just being caught on the gloves. Was that a scoring shot with a looping roundhouse right? Solid right cross, the best shot of the entire contest, landed by Tereszczak, snapping the head back of Guta. Good work to the body, perhaps straying low, but again, Tereszczak come forward with an eye-catching two-shot salvo. The right cross, pile driving its way through. Right hook landed on the inside, but then following through with the forearm was Tereszczak. Referee Ravi Rai on that infringement immediately. So the peekaboo defense being employed, proving to be unbreachable despite the volume of shots that Guta is throwing. How many of them were scoring shots? And if the defenses are proving to be that effective, then this is a very clever display from Tereszczak. It's a brave display because she's keeping her composure with the bombs flying around her, and that is how she has taken 2 completed rounds with just 3 minutes to go. Don't think there's any doubt that Guta is the busier boxer. But the shots continuing to bounce off gloves and forearms, and they are not scoring shots. But that right cross most certainly was. So what can Guta do differently to try and breach this woman's defenses? I don't think there's any doubt about the punch output of Julia Guta, but she's got to find a way to get through the barricade that is being erected by Tereszczak.
Round 3.
So into the 3rd and final round then, and the familiar posture adopted once again. Tereszczak with high held hands, and that's good work from Guta. She went down to the body to bring the hands down, and then she was able to score with a single shot to the head. But she needs a massive 3rd and final round here. Good work to head and body from Tereszczak. And why Guta needs a big 3rd round is that she has conceded the first 2 rounds for all 5 scoring judges, down by 2 points with just 2.5 minutes to box now. Good work to the body by Tereszczak. Guta nudging away with the left hand, but neither boxer working away in the final stages of that clinch. Nice check left hand landed by Guta. Well, she's been continually attempting to knock on the door, has Guta, leading with her left hand, firing away with her right. There's been a greater volume of shots now. For me, those got through the defenses of the woman in blue. But she really is doing a good job of tucking up tightly, and it's going to be down to Guta to show some variety, some imagination, which she's done on occasion, but she hasn't been able to sustain it. With hands and elbows that high, the body is surely open to feast upon for Guta, but she's continuing to headhunt as Tereszczak lands a good shot to the body. Here's a right hand, which is a scoring blow for Guta. So beyond the midpoint of the 3rd and final round, Guta trying to find holes in the defense now. But you have to credit the composure of Tereszczak, who's remained cool under fire as she takes a solid left hand, comes forward and walks into a right hand, but gets through with a shot of her own. Left hand turned into the body. Exchange of shots with the action in the neutral corner. Good work to both body and head from the woman in blue. Greater variety required. More imagination in the work of Guta, because she keeps continuing to just use sheer force to try and bring those arms down. But as long as they're being caught on the arms, they won't be deemed as scoring blows. Left hook misses and winds up over the top rope from Tereszczak. So closing seconds of the 3rd and final round, Tereszczak driving her opponent backwards. And a very good round of boxing produced by the woman in blue. Clever display where she was able to repel most of the shots with a very secure set of defenses. Guta landing heavy clean punches on occasion. I thought some of them even breached the defenses of Tereszczak, but Tereszczak producing a performance which is going to take her through to the medal podium. Not able to produce the big round she needed. Guta. It will be Tereszczak who progresses on a unanimous point verdict.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout by unanimous decision is the boxer from the blue corner, Wiktoria Agnieszka Tereszczak, Poland.
So Victoria Tereshchak absolutely delighted. A very clever display indeed to take all 3 rounds for all 5 judges. There was plenty of industry from Yulia Guta, but perhaps not the imagination required to breach the turtle shell defense. That Tereshchak tucked up behind. She goes through to the medal stages here at her home championships, and she will face off against the 2020 European Youth Championship gold medalist Azalila Amineva in the final 4. That's how Tereshchak did it.
Ladies and gentlemen, now it's time for bout number 300. Now it's time for bout number 311. Women's middle, 69.75 kilogram. Into the red corner, please welcome boxer from Ukraine, Piskun Raisa. And his opponent, representing Uzbekistan, Rusmetova Sokiba. Now it's time for judge assignments. 1 Kyrgyzstan, 2 Argentina, 3 Czech Republic, 4 Hungary, and 5 Mongolia. Referee Badilonga Luca, Italy.
Well, we move up to the 75 kilogram middleweight division for women, and this one between boxers from Ukraine and Uzbekistan. There are the judges scoring this one. They come from Kyrgyzstan, Argentina, Czech Republic, Hungary, and Mongolia. There is Raisa Piskun. It's day 7 of Kyoto 2021, and this her first bout of the tournament. Had just 9 boxers making up the women's 75 kilogram middleweight division. So there was 1 bout in a round of 16, and it was this woman who competed in it. Sokiba Rusmetova, 18 years of age. She prevailed in a points decision win here to get herself through to the quarterfinals. Luca Varilonga of Italy is the referee.
Round 1.
So we are just a potential 9 minutes away from seeing who will go through to contest the 75 kilogram middleweight semi-final between boxers from Ukraine and Uzbekistan. And the southpaw wearing red is a Ukrainian boxer, but the woman looking for that big backhand is Sabika Rusmetova of Uzbekistan. Opening 30 seconds of the first round. And Rusmetova really looking to find that right hand a home against the southpaw wearing red. Solid left hand landed by Piskun. She really is gritting her teeth and coming forward with aggressive intent, but she walks onto the end of a right hand there, and it brings about a standing count. Terrific punch picking from Rusmetova. So a standing count issued, remember, a maximum of 4 standing counts permitted in AIBA youth boxing, and it brings about a second one that fused a lot of punches. Piskun not paying any attention to defense as she goes in search of effective offense, but she's been walked into punches repeatedly. 2 standing counts already, and another right-left on the resumption, and that is it. What a blistering display by Sokiba Rusmetova, the 18-year-old from Uzbekistan. bombing her way into the semi-final stage with a first-round stoppage, accurate punch picking, and not allowing Piskun of Ukraine to get into the contest. Piskun was looking to trade off, but it was the accurate, hard shot selection of Rusmetova that takes her through to the final four and the medal stages.
Ladies and gentlemen, winner of this bout by RC first round is the boxer from blue corner, Rozmetova Sokiba, Uzbekistan.
So Sakiba, Rozmetova, a first round stoppage winner at the 137 mark of round number one. She came out blitzing with the more accurate punches. They were solid as well, for about 2 standing counts, and that is how she has progressed through to the medal stages of the women's 75 kilogram middleweight division. A sensational performance by her.
Ladies and gentlemen, now it's time for bout number 312 in ring A. Women's middle, 69-75 kilogram. Into the red corner, please welcome boxer from Hungary, Varga Boglarka. And his opponent representing Kazakhstan in blue corner, Didai Dana.
So they're the judges who will score our final middleweight contest of this 13th session of boxing. They come from Ukraine, United States of America, Sri Lanka,
And judges
Mongolia,
One
and Scotland.
Ukraine, 2 United States, 3 Sri Lanka, 4 Mongolia, and 5 Scotland. Referee Hamidov Alexander, Uzbekistan.
So there is Boglarka Varga, 18 years of age in 2 days' time. Comes in as the 2020 National Youth Champion up in the 81 kilogram light heavyweight division. Dropping down to compete as a 75 kilogram middleweight here. Her opponent in the blue corner, is 18 right now, and that is Dana Gidai, the reigning 2021 National Youth Champion in the 75 kilogram weight class in her homeland of Kazakhstan. Also comes in as the Continental Champion in the junior classification, having taken that Continental title in 2019. So plenty of credentials amongst the accomplishments of these two skillful teenagers. And they're looking to see who will go through to face off against Sokiba Rusmetova after her sensational first round stoppage victory in her quarterfinal.
Round one.
So we're underway then. Boxers of contrasting statures facing off in this second semi-final, and hooks crashing around the corner from both flanks from Didai, getting inside the longer arms and longer reach of Varga and having terrific success, as with those hooks there, my goodness, no 8 count forthcoming, but the woman in red in danger of being overwhelmed in the first 30 seconds. What a blistering start as another right hand crashes home from Didai. Swarming aggression of the most effective variety from the Kazakh boxer. Varga looking to find the range, and she did get through with a left-right combination, but she's being outpunched and in danger of being run over by Dana Didai from Kazakhstan. Solid right hand over the top once again, and another one. No standing count, and for the first minute, well, Varga had been put under consistent, sustained pressure. Trying to drop down to the body, but the shot may have been low from Didai. As another jolting up jab spears home for Didai. Oh, that's a beautiful right hand. Bought it from behind her back, but it still found the range. Halfway through, and this is a display of terrific punch picking from Didai of Kazakhstan. Solid right hand once again, catches Varga, her chin propped up in the air. She's looking to get through with big backhands of her own now, and did find the range. Well, surely they won't be able to maintain this type of tempo through the 3-3-minute rounds. But if their chins continue to be checked like this, particularly that of Varga, who is cracked again by an almighty right hand, followed by a left hook, and another left-right success. Didai put absolutely incredible accuracy with her punching. And that's because Varga's target, while it's not proving to be elusive or evasive, well, I'm absolutely stunned that there's been no standing count issued, given the volume of punches that have been shipped by Varga over the course of this round so far. Some adjustments required to the ponytail of the woman in red, so a respite for both boxers, but of course it is for both boxers. It may benefit Varga more, but she walks into a left jab on the resumption, and another one with herself pinned to the ropes. Firing away with terrific ferocity from both flanks is Didai. Varga trying to punch her way into this contest. She's had sporadic success, but make no mistake, the dominator of this opening round has been the woman in blue. Wow, what a blistering 3 minutes. And there may be a part of Didai thinking, well, what is keeping this woman up on her feet and in the contest? Didai taking it 10-9 across the board. While Varga was trying to establish her jab, but once it was in mid-range and her jab wasn't straight, while Dadai just continuing to land shots like that. Flush right hands out of the orthodox stance. No standing count issued during the course of that first round.
Seconds out, please. Round 2.
So into the second round then. Dadai enduring a trip to the canvas after a tangle at the start of the second round. Well, it's an exchange of backhands, both boxers getting through with right hands, trying to use good foot movement both left and right. Now is Dadai changing the angle. Varga remaining dogged in her pursuit of the woman in blue, but she's content to give up all of her assets of height and reach. And again, there's an exchange, but the first and final word going to the woman in blue. They're breathing audible from our commentary position. There's another right hand crashes home on a chin that is up in the air and totally unprotected. Varga paying very little attention to defense and perhaps deciding that offense is the best form of defense as she lands an arcing right hand of her own. But she has been hit hard and often on a chin that is wide open. Varga has success of her own. She is incredibly tough, Varga. But again, toughness, an essential part of all sports and boxing in particular. I'm not sure it needs to be exhibited like this. Varga not demonstrating any instinct to move out of the way of the punches and just continuing to rely on the strength of her chin to remain in this contest. Well, Dadai has let an awful lot of punches go. Her shot's becoming slightly less crisp as she takes a left hook around the corner. And is she beginning to run low on energy because she has let so many punches go, but her determination as she bites down, she still gets the better of that exchange, but now Varga willing her way forwards and backing up Dadai. Dadai cleverly ducks out of there, but Varga trying to edge her way back into this one by merely outlasting Dadai, but both boxers feeling the pace now, and unsurprisingly so, because for 2.5 rounds, it has been non-stop punching, and these are 75-kilogram middleweights. Absolutely extraordinary punch output as Varga lands with a hard right hand, and another one. And Dadai is being punched to a standstill, and a standing count issued against the woman in blue, who has been the aggressor, the more accurate puncher, all contest long. And perhaps she has punched herself out. I posed the question at the end of the first round. It may well be going through her mind. Well, what is keeping this woman up? And we talked about toughness, and maybe Vargas is going to keep her in this contest and indeed turn it around. What a remarkable turnaround in the closing stages of round number 2. Because Dadai simply couldn't miss Varga for the entirety of round 1, but look at that turnaround. Baglaka Varga of Hungary absorbing, taking the punches from the woman in blue, and now on the verge of outlasting her, because Dadai was incredibly fatigued at the end of that second round. She took a standing count. Have expressed my surprise that no standing count was issued against Varga over the course of the first 3 minutes. But my goodness, what an extraordinary contest we have on our hands here. Dadai appears to have punched herself out. And then Varga took advantage and began crashing home punches on her unprotected chin. What will ensue over this final 3 minutes? Are we going to hear the bell at the conclusion of 3 minutes, or is somebody going to get stopped? Both of these boxers incredibly fatigued. Dadai back onto the front foot, having conceded the second round. The movements of both boxers becoming statuesque incredibly fatigued up there in the boxing ring. Didai trying to give the impression that she is still sharp. That's a flashing right hook landed by Didai. Varga possesses some chin. My goodness, her head is snapped backwards once again. This is absolutely extraordinary to behold. Right hands being exchanged. And this type of trade-off, these types of trade-offs wouldn't look out of place in an over-the-top Hollywood cinematic blockbuster. But this is AIBA boxing. And yet the punch output from these 75-kilogram middleweights have been crashing home repeatedly. There's been very little evidence of defense from either boxer. And for my money, Varga's exhausted here, but she appeared that way in the second round, but she was the one who ended up finishing more strongly. The referee's gonna have to keep a close eye on these boxers. A place in the semi-final stage is a prize that awaits the victor. Neither of these boxers are going to quit. They're unrelenting in their pursuit of victory, but look at Varga. She can hardly stand up. Approaching the midpoint of the third and final round. The safety of the athletes absolutely paramount. And these two boxers are punching one another to a standstill. Varga should be taking a standing count here. Every punch that she's absorbing is rocking her right down to her bootstraps. Her competitive spirit keeping her up and keeping her throwing leather. But I think she should have been given a standing count a long time ago, but certainly here in the third. Both boxers letting go right hands where they can barely move their feet. And again, the effects of the punches becoming more pronounced, particularly when it's Varga who is taking them. And it's commendable competitive spirit being shown by both. But the boxers, look at this. Varga can't hold her stance anymore. And for me, several standing counts could have been issued in the course of this contest. Remember, a maximum of 4 permitted. It's knock 'em down, drag 'em out stuff, but this is going beyond boxing now. This is brawling because neither boxer has the energy to exhibit their skills. Varga in particular looks absolutely spent. Admirable determination. And the bell coming not a moment too soon. For my money, it's Didai who will be going through. You have to credit the conditioning and determination and desire of of Varga. But she may well have taken too much there. Terrific effort by both boxers. And I think it's the woman in blue who's going through.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout by split decision is the boxer from the red corner.
And it's Varga. I do find that surprising.
Boglarka, Hungary.
And that is a victory for unquenchable competitive spirit. She simply would not be denied. 29-28 for all 5 scoring judges. And she eliminates Dana Didai, who completely dominated the opening round. She has secured herself a World Championship medal here at Kielce 2021 by the narrowest of margins, a 3-2 split decision winner. And that is how she did it. I think Didai is incredibly unlucky at the conclusion of that contest, but that is the result that will carry Varga through to the medal stages.
Ladies and gentlemen, now it's time for bout number 313 in Ring A, session 13A, men's flyweight, 52 kilogram. Into the red corner, please welcome boxer representing Kyrgyzstan, Tilek Ulu Zaksilik. And his opponent in blue corner representing Ukraine, Tsykalo Ruslan. Ladies and gentlemen, judge assignment: 1 Czech Republic, 2 Argentina, 3 Armenia, 4 India, and 5 Sri Lanka. Referee Sean Rees, United States.
So here are the judges who will score this men's 52-kilogram flyweight quarter-final. They come from the Czech Republic, Argentina, Armenia, India, and Sri Lanka. Sean Rees of the United States of America is the third man in the ring.
Round 1.
So we're underway then. 52-kilogram flyweight action at the quarter-final stage. This one between boxers who hail from Kyrgyzstan and Ukraine. The boxer wearing red, Zaksilik Tilek Ulu, 18 years of age. His opponent from Ukraine is Ruslan Tsykalo. Two skillful boxers facing off for a place in the final four. Clever use of the left hand from Tsykalo. Tilek Ulu looking to feint and tease with his feet to get himself into punching range in a bid to try and overcome the longer range and reach of the man in blue. Just attempting his offense from too far away there. So he fell short as a consequence, and in stark contrast, Tsykalo, snaking out a left cross, just caught his opponent on the end of it. Right hand success for Tilek Ulu. Nice right jab from the man in blue. What an exchange, my goodness. Both of their heads snap backwards by some crisp punch picking. Oh, that's a beautiful counter right hand from Tilek Ulu. Half hook, half uppercut after he made Tsykalo miss. 2 minutes gone in the opening round. Tilek Ulu looking to quicken the tempo and goes downstairs to finish with a left hand to the body. And how about that for punch picking up mid and short range from the man in red? Tsykalo's aware of that, and that's why he gets his man on the end of a reverse 1-2. The left cross, right jab just caught Tilek Ulu as he was coming in. Tilek Ulu employing the layback to make the right jab fall short, steps into the pocket and lands with a left hand of his own. Nice evasive maneuvers from Tilek Ulu once again. On that occasion, not able to find a range with a counter right hand, but he did with the reverse 1-2. The left jab sending the man in blue backwards. closing seconds of the opening round. What has been a very skillful opening round so far. Sakala on a resumption, landed with a right jab. Tilek Ulu looking to quicken his feet and close the gap once again. Very good conclusion to the round for the man in red. A skillful opening round in this contest in the 52-kilogram flyweight division, but Sakalo's punch picking for the majority of round number one, enough to give the round in his favor. 10-9 across the board. So, strong conclusion to the round for the man in red. Will he be able to maintain that going into the second round, having conceded the first for all 5 scoring judges?
Seconds out, please. Round 2.
So into the second round then. Tilek Ulu of Kyrgyzstan conceding the opening round for all 5 scoring judges. Sakalo looking to re-establish his lead right jab. Here it is in evidence on the retreat once again. Then he comes forward with a 1-2 out of the left-handed stance. Good use of the left cross from Sakalo. Tilek Ulu not able to close the range with the effectiveness that he did in the closing stages of round number 1, and he walks into a stiff right jab there as Sakalo spun off the line. Good punch picking once again from the man in blue. Tilek Ulu into the pocket, but tied up by Sakalo. Feinting with that front foot and lead right hand now is Sakalo. Tilek Ulu smothering his own work a little bit. Left hand was rather languid from Sakalo, uncharacteristic from his usual sharp punch picking. Tilek Ulu looking for that right hand, but perhaps just beyond his reach. So beyond the midpoint of round number 2, terrific punch picking of the straight variety from Sakalo, now bobbing and weaving in front of his man. Presenting a dynamic figure. Hard left hand catches Tilek Ulu as he was coming in. It may have been with wrist and forearm, and it caused him to blink. So Tilek Ulu spoken to about the grappling at close range. Sakalo continuing to feint and then scoring with that long left cross, making good use of his attributes of long, greater reach. Tilek Ulu, when he's in this type of territory, he hadn't been able to get his hands away. The success that he enjoyed in the closing stages of round number 1 hasn't been able to pick up and build on that as he's hit by a check left hand of the straight variety from Sakalo. Terrific punch picking once again, and now he's up on his toes and dodging and darting Sakalo, proving very difficult to pin down. Probably taken that second round. Here's confirmation, 2 rounds in the book. All judges favoring the work of the man in blue. Some of the action from round 2.
И за нож. То сюда уйди, понял? На кураже уже. На кураже только внимательно, собрано. Все контролируешь. Передняя рука вот так вот бам, сади туда. Самое главное не пропускай. Не зевнуть, ты понял? Да. Это самое главное. Он сейчас побежит, ему терять нечего. И передняя ручка, да.
Seconds out, please. Round 3.
So as we go into the third and final round, Tilek Ulu has got an awful lot to do because he's conceded the opening 2 rounds. He had a strong conclusion to round number 1, but then in the second round, the man from Ukraine used his southpaw skills to just pick off the man with shots like that, such as that left cross, which just pinged the head backwards of Tilek Ulu. Same shot in evidence once again. And it's going to be a really difficult mission over the course of the final 3 minutes now for the man in red. He's got to chase the contest, and Sakalo has proved over the course of this tournament to be a really adept counter puncher. Beautiful movement once again from Sakalo. Didn't find the range with the shot by continually changing the angle, making Tilek Ulu's task increasingly difficult. And look at that, those shots not even scoring, but just by threatening to be in the face. Certainly in the vision of Tilek Ulu, they're keeping him occupied and he wasn't able to come forward. He looks for the right hand, but it's off the mark as Sakalo spun away. Solid right hand landed by Tilek Ulu. So midway through the third and final round, and with 90 seconds gone, well, Tilek Ulu is entering the round where he's going to need an RSC or KO in order to progress through to the medal platform here at Kielce 2021. Well, continuing to feint with the feet is Tilek Ulu, but he hasn't been able to up the work rate at all and hasn't really made Sakalo uncomfortable, save for one portion in the closing stages of the first round. But Sakalo has been very comfortable, and look at that for a left cross. That's been perhaps his best punch, but that right jab isn't too bad either. Really relaxed and enjoying his work now is Sakalo, and Tilek Ulu is devoid of ideas as to how to neutralize this man's effectiveness. Time not on his side. And Sakalo just enjoying himself now and showcasing his skill set as he looks to bring through a whipping left uppercut a few moments ago. Well, there's the 10-second clap-up. And it's been a very good display indeed by the 17-year-old from Ukraine. He's going through to the medal podium after a very composed display. Tilek Ulu with an aggressive conclusion to round number 1. But after that point, well, for the majority of the round prior to that one portion, and then for practically the entirety of round 2 and most of round 3, it was the man from Ukraine who was boxing in this type of manner. Very relaxed, very composed, and he's going through to the final 4. He's got himself a world championship medal of some description.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout by unanimous decision is the boxer from the blue corner, Tsikalo Ruslan, Ukraine.
Terrific display by Ruslan Tsikalo. The Ukrainian southpaw going through to the final 4 and the medal stages, eliminating Jakshilik Tilek Ulu of Kyrgyzstan. We're going to see that man tomorrow in the evening session. Very good display indeed, taking all 3 rounds for all 5 scoring judges.
Ladies and gentlemen, now it's time for bout number 314 in Ring K, men's fly, 52 kilogram. Into the red corner, please welcome boxer representing Uzbekistan, Muzafarov Shaksot.
So we remain
And
in the
his
52
opponent,
kilogram flyweight
representing
division,
Japan,
and this one between boxers
Kira
from
Daya.
Uzbekistan and Japan.
Judge assignment: 1 Mongolia, 2 Italy, 3 Sri Lanka, 4 Ukraine, and 5 Hungary. The referee.
So here are the 5 scoring judges who will be the arbiters of this
Ashok,
one. They're
India.
from Mongolia, Italy, Sri Lanka, Ukraine, and Hungary. Well, there is the boxer from Uzbekistan, Shakzod Muzaffarov. 18 years of age. Comes in here as the elite, so the national senior championship silver medalist, and he's only 18 years of age. Here is Daya Kira, 17 years old, and comes in as the 2019 Asian Continental Junior Championship gold medalist down at 50 kilograms. 2 talented boxers facing off for a place in the final 4 here. Ashok Kabilan Sai of India is the referee.
Round 1.
So we're underway then. 52 kilogram flyweight action at the quarter-final stage to determine who is going through to the medal rostrum here. And this is a contest between 2 incredibly skillful, speedy boxers from Uzbekistan and Japan. The man wearing red is the Uzbekistan boxer, Shakzod Muzaffarov. And his opponent is Daya Kira. 17-year-old Japanese boxer comes in here having taken continental success on the highest medal rostrum in the junior classification. Just rubs his nose after he took perhaps a part of the Uzbek boxer's head or shoulder. Left jab landed by the Japanese boxer, countered by an overhand right from the man in red. But then look at the right-hand success from Kira, who really does possess terrific speed. Third bout of the tournament for both of these men. Terrific concentration and evidence from both men. Leaping left hook was nullified by the long bridge approach of the diminutive Kira. He tries a right hand, just short of the mark, double left jab, and that one which followed the double left jab did get through. The double left jab fell short, but there is an example of the benefit of keeping the attack going. Oh, the man in red looking to make this rough against the slightly more slender Japanese boxer wearing blue. Terrific left jab. And again from Kira. So 2 minutes gone in the opening round. Good right hand to the body from the man in red, but then he turned his back. Well, Kira presenting a different posture now, content to stand with his hands down by his knees, reflecting what his opponent is doing. Nice defense with the right glove. And then a counter right hand scored by Kira. Nice check right hand from the Uzbekistan boxer. And a right hand on the retreat landed as well. Kira turning southpaw, comes through with a left cross and then follows it with a right hand as he switched back to orthodox. very skillful round of boxing between these two. And it's the man in red who has been favored across the board. 10-9 for all 5 judges. Some of the action from that opening round.
Seconds out, please. Round 2.
Well, both boxers sprint out to ring center to begin round number 2. It was the man in red, Shahzad Muzaffarov, who took the opening round 10-9 across the board. And Kira is aware of that because of Aiba Life scoring. And just look at how he's looking to up the tempo and go in pursuit of his man. Came storming out of his corner, put onto the end of a right hand there by Muzaffarov. And tidy on the inside. Spoken to about holding Muzaffarov. Muzaffarov getting through with the right hand, but it's countered by a right hand from Kira, and then a left jab on the back foot from Muzaffarov. Hitting on the break. The man in red. Right hand lead not too far away from Kira. Terrific right hand in the reverse 1-2 from Kira. Muzaffarov on the back foot, remaining cool under fire, getting himself off the ropes, tying his man up, turning the tables, but it is tagged by a right hand while he's retreating. Kira really is looking to maintain the tempo here at a high clip. Pulling down the lead left hand is Kira, incessantly walking down his man, testing his neck strength by putting that forearm into the face, and that's illegal, of course. Beautiful counter right hand by Muzaffarov, looping right hand in response from Kira. Good right hand to the body from Muzaffarov before he was tied up by the man in blue. Beyond the halfway stage of round number 2, incredible skill in evidence, blazing speed from these two boxers. Right uppercut was a flashy attempt from Muzaffarov, but he couldn't find the range. Oh, Kira losing his balance after winding up on a left hook. Muzaffarov continuing to look for that overhand right. Long on that occasion. That's why it went behind the rear of Kira's head. He's looking to make it physical on the inside. Shoves his man away. Muzaffarov equaling him in that regard. Good right hand landed by Muzaffarov. So looking to find a range with the left jab was Kira, but nice head movement from Muzaffarov caused it to miss. Beautiful work on the back foot by Muzaffarov once again. And once more, skipping away from the attempted single lead hand, but Kira did get through with that left jab. Really dynamic boxing in the closing stages from Muzaffarov. Very good round of boxing. Kira came out blazing in a bid to increase the tempo. And he has taken it for 2 of the 5 judges, but 3 preferring the work of Muzaffarov. And so it is all square for 2 judges. The man in red leading for 3 of the ringside observers here. Some of the action from that second round. Both men being worked on furiously by their corners. There's the cool towel being waved.
Seconds out.
Produce a breeze and a shower to keep the core temperature down as we go into the third and final round. The man in blue has conceded the opening 2 rounds for 3 of the 5 scoring judges. He took the second round for 2 of the 5 observers here at the Halegianov. So he needs a massive final round to overturn the 2-point deficit that he faces for 3 of the 5 ringside judges here. But Muzafarov, a very accomplished operator, and look at how he's keeping himself out of harm's way. Wonderful movement around the boxing ring, inviting pressure in a neutral corner just above our commentary position, and then content to tie his man up in a clinch. Speculative overhand right was off the mark from Muzafarov, and Kira remaining in pursuit of his man in a bid to close the gap and score. Well, what he needs is punches without reply. But Muzafarov so cool, under fire from the boxer in blue. Right hand wasn't too far away, but look at how he's able to turn himself from the confined position of the corner out into the space of center ring. Very good boxing indeed from Muzafarov. Kira keeps on coming, but walks into a right hand there from the man in red. Nice left jab landed by Kira. Roundhouse right lands from Muzafarov. There was a terrific burst of action to the body from the man in red, which he finished with a left hook upstairs. So beyond the 92nd point, the midway stage of round number 3. Concentration etched onto the faces of both boxers as they remain locked in. Oh, terrific exchange. Both boxers enjoying success. Remember, it's Ruslan Sakalo of Ukraine who awaits the winner of this contest at the semi-final stage. There's that burst of activity to the body, ending with a left hook once again from Muzafarov. Closing second of the final round, and you have to give credit to Daya Kira, the 17-year-old Japanese boxer, because he's never stopped trying to get himself into this contest. But Muzafarov just acquitting himself magnificently up in the boxing ring. On the front foot on occasion, holding his feet on occasion, up on his toes and dancing away as he is here. Just reading the situation wonderfully and demonstrating outstanding ring craft and ring generalship. It is going to be Muzafarov who goes through to the final 4, where it will be Uzbekistan against Ukraine, because it's the Uzbek boxer Shahzad Muzafarov who has prevailed here at the expense of Daya Kira of Japan. Very good contest indeed. Kira playing his part in it from opening bell to last. But it was Muzafarov who was able to just use the space of the boxing ring on his own terms. Let's get the official announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, winner of this bout by unanimous decision is the boxer from the red corner, Muzafarov Shahzad, Uzbekistan.
So Shahzad Muzafarov from Uzbekistan, a unanimous points decision winner, and he is absolutely delighted, and well he should be. He goes through to the semi-final stage to guarantee himself a world championship medal of some description, acknowledging all sides of the arena here at the Halegianov. And we'll see him again tomorrow evening, where he will face off against Ruslan Sakalo. But that's why you have to give Daya Kira immense credit. He never stopped competing. He took the second round for 2 of the 3 judges, the final round for 3 of the 5 judges, but not enough to overturn the unanimous sweep that he faced after 1 round. 29-28 across the board.
Ladies and gentlemen, now it's time for bout number 315. Session 13A, men's light 60 kilogram in ring A, of course. Into the red corner, please welcome boxer representing Brazil, dos Reis Yuri. And his opponent, representing Kazakhstan, in blue corner, Suyunbay Yelnur. And ladies and gentlemen, judge assignments: 1 Ukraine, 2 Scotland, 3 Uzbekistan, 4 Hungary, and 5 Slovakia.
So, judging this men's 60-kilogram lightweight
Italy.
bout are judges from Ukraine, Scotland, Uzbekistan, Hungary, and Slovakia. For this contest between boxers from Brazil and Kazakhstan, and there is the Brazilian boxer Yuri dos Reis, 18 years of age, and he's preparing for his third bout of Kielce 2021, producing a very cool display. And his opponent, Yelnur Suyunbay, also preparing for his third bout, and produced a terrific stoppage in the previous round, a left hand to the body to get his man out of there in the opening round. Adolf Stanek of Slovakia was the man who was unfortunate enough to take that hard left hand to the body, which caused the intervention of the referee with just 1 second remaining in the round. Luca Barilonga of Italy is the referee for this 60-kilogram lightweight quarterfinal.
Round 1.
So we're underway then, 60-kilogram lightweight action at the quarterfinal stage of the tournament between boxers of markedly contrasting statures. They come from Brazil and Kazakhstan. The man wearing red is the Brazilian boxer, that is Yuri dos Reis, 18 years of age. Competing in his third bout here, and he's just spared a long, stiff left jab by the towering 60-kilogram figure wearing blue, and that is Kazakhstan's Yelnur Suyunbay. Two-time national youth champion of Kazakhstan, having taken the titles in 2021 and last year. Well, the tactics evident. Somehow, Dos Reis has got to be able to get inside that long reach. He possesses terrific footwork, does Dos Reis. Can he use it to evade the lead left hand? The uppercut or the cross, which will invariably follow in the event that he does get past it. There he had success, snaking a left hand to the body out of the southpaw stance. Tangle of feet, resulting in a trip to the canvas for Suyunbay. Nice defensive maneuver by slipping to the left from Dos Reis. Good right hand from Suyunbay, really pulled the trigger on that quickly, but then Dos Reis gets through with a left cross. Well, this is clever boxing from Dos Reis. I'm not sure he's on top in this round so far, but look at how he's able to get inside the reach of the man by evading the initial jab. 2 minutes gone in the opening round as the two men fencing with the lead hand. Counter right hand was a scoring shot from Suyunbay. Getting on the inside once again is Dos Reis, and he nudged the left hand to head and body. So Suyunbay being made to think and being made to work in order to land that lead left hand, which has been, oh, that's a beautiful check right hand again. Suyunbay pulling the trigger on that one very quickly indeed, and then scoring with a left jab. But again, as is often the case with a southpaw unorthodox boxer, the league legs tangling. Suyunbay stepping onto the right boot of the man in red. counter left hand not too far away from Dos Reis. He did get through with a left cross to the body and then a right hand upstairs. Continuing to bob and weave in front of his man. Good head movement being produced by Dos Reis. But Suyin Bai showing terrific concentration. Not being frustrated by the fact that he's having to miss some shots, but he did take that hard right hand on the belt from Yuri Dos Reis. But I don't think that's enough. But he's got it, Dos Reis, for 3 of the 5 judges. A very close round. Clever display from the man in red. Suyin Bai using that left jab. He hasn't landed with a high percentage of shots, but it's been so incessant that he has got through. So a 3-2 split reflecting how close and competitive the round was. Yuri Dos Reis moving his head very well indeed and using quick feet to get himself into range.
Seconds out, please. Round 2.
So into the second round then of what has been a terrific contest so far. There's that quick twitch punch picking once again from Yuri Dos Reis. Look at how concentrated he is on the movements of the man in front of him. Just edging backward to remain beyond punching range. And there's the movements in and coming in with the southpaw left. Can Suyin Bai get busy with that lead left hand and continue to poke it out, because he's perhaps going to have to accept that the initial one is going to fall short, such as the quick reflex possessed by the man in red. Good double jab left cross landed by Yuri Dos Reis, and then a right jab lands to the body of the tall figure in blue. Suyin Bai may well be required to up the tempo here and try and close the distance on his man by snaking out that left jab. He had the final word with a right cross, but not before Dos Reis was able to pick him off with 2 punches. Dos Reis standing stock still in front of his man, hands held high, and surely that's when Suyin Bai should be looking to get to work behind that long left jab. But look at how he's made to miss, and that's frustrating in itself and physically tiring also. Dos Reis moving terrifically with left and right from the waist, always presenting an evasive figure. Suyin Bai, I think, is almost being hypnotized by Yuri Dos Reis here. Not as busy as he needs to be, and that allows the man in red to attack in bursts. I get the impression that it's he who's controlling the tempo as he gets through with a left hand to the body, Yuri Dos Reis. Forced to the canvas by Suyin Bai. Surely Suyin Bai has got to get busier. Keep the attacks going, because as I mentioned earlier on, it's almost inevitable that the first one is going to miss. Left hand landed on the inside by Suyin Bai, but it was a left hand whipped around the top. Oh, what a beautiful right hand, which followed the left from Dos Reis. And again, Suyin Bai spoken to about stepping on the lead leg of the southpaw boxer. I think it's a dangerous game Suyin Bai is playing here, because his punches are almost at a premium. And in the meantime, this tempo suits the man in red down to the ground. How will the judges have scored this second round? 4-1 in favor of Suyin Bai. So it's all square for 2 judges and a 2-point margin either way. On the other cards, everything to box for in the third and final round. Suyin Bai made to miss repeatedly during the course of that second round. And that was a cracking right hand landed by Dos Reis.
Seconds out, please. Round 3.
Well, there is the type of activity I was suggesting that Suyun Bai should be initiating with that lead left hand. Just keep it out there all contest long, all round long. Up the work rate. And even though Dos Reis is going to evade some of them, almost law of averages, some of them are going to get through, but Dos Reis able to use quick feet and score with a right left. Suyun Bai back over that front foot and looking to establish that jab once again. And look at that, when he scores at range, Suyun Bai is well beyond the retaliation of Dos Reis. Can he keep that left hand going like a trip hammer as he scores with a right cross to the body? So Dos Reis short with his two-shot salvo. Beautiful reverse 1-2 from Suyun Bai. All that activity, some shots caught on the glove, but perhaps one or two of them did get through the high-held hands of the man in red. Dos Reis getting onto the front foot now. Beautiful right cross landed on the back foot by Suyun Bai. So Dos Reis has got to take the contest to the man in blue. Topsy-turvy scorecards through 2 completed rounds, reflecting just how close this contest is. I think the slower the tempo, the more it suits the man in red. So beyond halfway through this third and final round, Dos Reis using his right hand to knock away the left jab of the towering figure in blue. He's falling short with his own forward forays now. He's got to keep those attacks going, and that's exactly what he tried. But still, Suyun Bai using good lateral movement to escape. He walked onto that right hook, though, as he was spinning to his left, the man in blue. Made to miss, but then comes back with a counter right-hander, Suyun Bai. Terrific exchange with less than a minute to go. Both boxers taking a breather. Nice up jab landed by Dos Reis. And Dos Reis throwing out single jabs. I'm not quite sure they're going to be enough. Gloves wiped clean after Suyun Bai touched down after being caught up in a tangle. Plenty of leather being thrown, but not really the accuracy required during that exchange. Both boxers getting through with right hand, backhand. As Suyun Bai says, well, come to me. I'm the counter-puncher during this juncture of the contest. I'm going to prove that I'm the governor. Goading Dos Reis now. Dos Reis coming forwards, a single jab. He's got to be busier, the man in red. Got to be busier. Doubles up the jab now. 10-second clapper has sounded. Closing stages of the third and final round. Very good contest indeed. The Brazilian corner think their man has done enough, but then Suyun Bai thinks the exact same thing at the conclusion of a real physical chess match between two boxers of contrasting statures. Terrific movement in evidence in the course of the first round from Dos Reis. Same quality in evidence in the second. How will the judges have scored the third and final round to determine who is going through to the 60-kilogram lightweight semi-final?
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout by split decision is the boxer from the blue corner, Suyun Bai, Yelnur, Kazakhstan.
So Yelnur Suyun Bai, the 17-year-old two-time national youth champion of Kazakhstan, a split decision winner over Yuri Dos Reis of Brazil. The two men producing an enthralling contest, and that is how he did it. A 4-1 split, 28-29 for two of the judges, an incredibly tight contest. Suyun Bai taking the final round for 4 of the 5 scoring judges. Very good display from Suyun Bai, and he goes through to a guaranteed medal. Yuri Dos Reis, very accomplished boxer, eliminated at the quarterfinal stage.
Ladies and gentlemen, now it's time for bout number 316. Ring K, of course. Men's fight, 60 kilogram. Into the red corner, please welcome boxer from Uzbekistan, Tagabayev Aidos.
So we remain in the 60 kilogram lightweight division in this next
And his
contest
opponent
between boxers from
representing blue
Uzbekistan
corner.
and Colombia.
In blue corner from Colombia, Orobio Siniestra John Elin. And judge assignment, 1 Czech Republic, 2 Armenia.
So here are the judges who will score this one. They
4
come from Czech
Slovakia,
Republic,
and 5
Armenia,
Ukraine,
United States of America,
referee
Slovakia,
Ravi
and Ukraine.
Scotland.
So there is Aidos Tagabayev, 17 years of age, from Uzbekistan, preparing for his second bout here at the quarterfinal stage because he had a walkover in the round of 32. John Aline Arobio Siniestra is also 17 years of age, and he's preparing for his third bout after prevailing in a scrappy round of 16 contest over the man from Romania, prevailing on a 4-1 split. Ravi Rai of Scotland is the referee. Aidos Tagabayev used a terrific left cross to prevail on a unanimous points verdict over Pavel Seletsky of Poland in his round of 16 contest.
Round 1.
So we're underway then. 60 kilogram lightweight quarterfinal action to see who will be going through to face off against Yelner Suyunbay of Kazakhstan in the final 4 stage. This one being contested between boxers from Uzbekistan and Colombia. The man wearing red, boxing out of the southpaw stance, is Aidos Tagabayev. His opponent, slightly more compact figure wearing blue, is John Arobio from Colombia. Right uppercut thrown by Arobio, but not within punching range. Sneaky left hand attempted by Tagabayev. Oh, that's a hard right-left combination, but these shots may have been blocked fully by the gloves, or they may have partially sneaked through. Exchange of shots as Arobio started that exchange with a spearing right hand through the defenses of the man in red. So boxers exchanging single shots as they step in and step out. Good right hand to the body, dug in by Tagabayev. Again, that left hook most certainly blocked by the right glove of the man in red. Hard right hand driven into the body by Arobio, then an exchange of left hands as Arobio snaked out a jab and a left cross came from Tagabayev. Same shot to the sternum once again from Arobio. Used that punch well. So minutes ago in this opening round, southpaw right was short of the mark. Arobio getting through with a right hand, which oh, that's a cracking right uppercut. Left hook landed by Arobio, then a left jab, then he goes downstairs with a right hand to the body and left hook around the corner before making Tagabayev miss. Those shots caught on the arms by the defenses of Tagabayev. Left cross was a speculative shot, but it was blocked by Arobio. Good work to the body from Tagabayev. That left hand really sunk in beneath the right elbow of the man in blue. Right hand over the top. solid shot from Arobio. It's met with a left cross from Tagabayev, who then tucked up behind his gloves to repel the two-shot salvo that came in his direction. So closing stages of the opening round. Terrific opening round in the second 60-kilogram lightweight quarterfinal in the top half of the draw here at Kielce 2021. So there are the scorecards, a 3-2 split reflecting just how close it was over the course of the first 3 minutes. The man in the blue corner edging it for judges C, D, and E.
Haciendo las cosas bien, no te desesperes, caminando hacia los lados, mirándole al lado.
Anticipándolo, no me entre con golpes cortos. Swing y derecha, derecha y swing, me le gira para el lado izquierdo suyo. Yo, pana, que es zurdo. Búsqueme el hombro aquí, recta aquí, doble, con la que inicia termina. 3 golpes. Vamos, hombre.
Out, please.
6 minutos de vamos, hombre.
Round 2.
Into the second round we go then. An incredibly tight first 3 minutes was edged on a 3-2 split for the Colombian boxer wearing blue. Good left hand out of the southpaw stance by Tagabayev, but look at the response it brings about from Arobio. Arobio looking to shoot the gap with that right hand over the top, but Tagabayev's defenses were solid. And Arobio short with his attempted right hand, looking to keep the attack going, but now it's beyond punching range once again. Left cross effective once more for Tagabayev. So the boxers continuing to feint and feel one another out, with approaching a minute gone in this third round. Terrific punch picking through the guard from Tagabayev to shoot the gap and find punches through the middle. Good left hand to the body, and then tucking up to repel the counter from Arobio. Arobio, well, he's got good body shots in his arsenal, but perhaps guilty of just headhunting a little bit. And look at that, those shots being caught by the gloves. So even though they're landing on something, they are not scoring punches. Now, can Arobio make the adjustment and showcase the variety that he has in his repertoire? Continually looking for the head. He did score with a left jab there, as Tagabayev looking for that left cross out of the southpaw stance. Good work to the body from Arobio. And there's wonderful recognition to target and take the opportunity that's being presented. Halfway through the second round. Nice left jab landed from Tagabayev. The counter right-left from Tagabayev not too far away after Arobio scored with a left jab. Speculative right uppercut not too far off the mark from Tagabayev. And again, this time it's Arobio's defenses that hold up as he comes out of his crouch with a terrific right uppercut. He tucked up tightly to repel the punches that came in his direction and then scored with a beautiful right uppercut through the guard. Tagabayev looking for a left uppercut out of his southpaw stance, but it was blocked by the forearms of the man in blue. Good southpaw left, catching Arobio, making off balance, and another eye-catching left cross landed by the man in red. Final 30 seconds of the second round. Left uppercut success for Arobio. Good work to the body by the man in blue, belting in 2 shots beneath the elbows of Tagabayev. Tagabayev falls short, then walks into a lead left hand, then a burst of punches to the body from Arobio. So both boxers getting busy at the sound of the 10-second clapper, resulting in an exciting exchange to conclude round number 2. And look at that, a 4-1 split in favor of Tagabayev. So it's all square for 4 of the 5 scoring judges. Tagabayev leading by 2 points, 2018 for Judge B. Incredibly close contest. And it will all come down to the final 3 minutes.
Tóquelo y acuérdese, el último es el que lleva todo. ¿Listo? Un chorrito, vamos. Pana, tú ves este asalto. Búsquelo y presiónelo. No le regale la distancia. No le regale la distancia.
Seconds out, please. Round 3.
Well, what a 3 minutes we have in prospect here, because this 60-kilogram lightweight quarterfinal has come down to this. For judges A, C, D, and E, it is all squared, 19 points apiece through 2 completed rounds. Tagabayev is leading 2018 for Judge B. A very competitive contest, punctuated by sporadic bursts of combination punching. Arobio really looking to sit down on his shots now and get some leverage behind them. 40 seconds gone in the final round. Both boxers will be wary of making a mistake to concede a portion of the round. Stakes incredibly high. Remember, the winner through to the final 4, which means you will get at least a championship bronze here from Kielce 2021. Right hand over the top, not too far away, but then the subsequent right hand attempts have been short from Arobio. Tagabayev able to tuck up and block those punches that were coming in terms of hooks from both flanks. So halfway through the 3rd and final round, good right hand landed to the body from Arobio, and then an eye-catching right hand upstairs. Tagabayev tries to respond with a left down to the body, and he did get through with that shot on that occasion. Arobio responds with a right hand and then brings an uppercut through the middle. Counter right hand is the quicker, straighter shot on the inside from Arobio during the course of that trade-off. Tucking up tightly is Tagabayev once again. Right uppercut not too far away from the man in red. The left uppercut was caught by the forearms of the man in blue. He then tried to change the angle, Arobio, and score with a right uppercut of his own, a half hook, half uppercut. Left hand around the corner is after the commander's stop from Arobio. Tagabayev spoken to about turning his back on his opponent. Left cross is a good shot from Tagabayev. Good work to the body once again. Punches being belted in by the man in blue, and he turns a beautiful right uppercut between the high-held hands of Tagabayev. So 15 seconds to go in a contest that has come down to effectively a 3-round shootout. It was all square, 19 points apiece for 4 of the 5 judges, and Arobio gets onto the front foot and has success with a right hand in the closing stages of the 3rd and final round. What a final 3 minutes we witnessed here in this 60-kilogram lightweight quarterfinal, all on the final round. And the seesaw back and forth nature of this contest continued. It's incredibly close. Who will the judges favor? For what it's worth, I think it's Arobio who took the final round, but my opinion is irrelevant. This is going to come down to the scorecards of the 5 scoring judges. How have they seen the final 3 minutes of what was an incredibly keenly contested affair? Both boxers at center ring now. Let's get the verdict.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout by split decision is the boxer from the blue corner.
And there is confirmation of a split decision victory for John Aline Arobio Siniestra, the Colombian man, prevailing on a 3-2 split, and in an incredibly hard-fought contest. 1 point in it for 4 of the 5 scoring judges, and it is John Arobio who goes through to the semi-finals. He's guaranteed himself a championship medal here, and that is how he did it. Sneaking the final round by the narrowest of margins. Aidos Tagabayev deserves immense credit for playing his part in a contest where the men were separated by the thickness of paper. A terrific display by John Arobio, and he goes through to the semi-final stage where he will face off against the towering Yelner Sulinbai of Kazakhstan. That'll take place in the evening session here tomorrow in Ring A.
Ladies and gentlemen, now it's time for next bout. Number 317 in Ring A, men's welter, 69 kilogram. Into the red corner, please welcome boxer from India, Sumit. And his opponent, representing Ukraine, in blue corner, Zakhariev Yuri. Judges statements: 1 Slovakia, 2 Kyrgyzstan, 3 Hungary, 4 Argentina, and 5.
Well, we're in the men's 69 kilogram welterweight division, and the judges who will score this contest are from Slovakia, Kyrgyzstan, Hungary, Argentina, and Sri Lanka. Well, there is Sumit, the man from India. Preparing for his quarter-final contest, Yuri Zakhariev is the man in the blue corner. It's the third bout of Kielce 2021 for him, as it is for Sumit. Both of these men receiving a bye in the round of 64. Ganbod Badrak of Mongolia is the referee. So once the equipment is fitted, he'll call both men to center ring. Yuri Zakhariev is the reigning Continental Youth Championship gold medalist. Taking that title on 2 separate occasions. 69 kilograms. Back-to-back youth successes domestically in 2020 and 2019 as well. This pair of 18-year-olds should combine for a fantastic contest. The man in red is the Indian boxer, Sumit, 18 years of age, and he has proved himself to be an aggressive, accurate, heavy puncher. But the man in blue is a very skillful operator indeed. There's practically nothing he can't do in the boxing ring. And by that I mean he can box on the front foot, on the back foot. He moves laterally left and right. He's got every punch in the book. He's looking to demonstrate that repertoire early as he goes in search of uppercuts through the middle of Sumit. But Sumit really is an imposing 69 kilogram boxer. See how thick and muscular he is across the chest and shoulders. Good right hand landed by Sumit. Zakhariev looking for his own offense at short and at long and mid-range. Right hand's being dug into the body. Right hand over the top is a crisp, clean shot from Zakhariev. Well, Sumit looking to get on the front foot and apply the pressure, but how about that for composure in the pocket, then turning the tables and trying to score with a left jab from Zakhariev. Left jab from Zakhariev catches Sumit as he's trying to come in. Bobbing and weaving in front of his man is the Ukrainian boxer wearing blue. Oh, that's a strong right cross landed by Sumit, just causing Zakhariev to become disorganized. Right cross to the body is a nice shot from Zakhariev, and then he comes back upstairs with a left jab. Final minute of the opening round. Sumit hitting on the break, or after the command of stop at least. Nice left jab landed on the resumption. Left-right success from Sumit. Zakhariev short with that attempted combination. The shot to the body from Sumit was blocked by Zakhariev's elbow. Oh, now those are straying into the territory of rabbit punches from both boxers. and the referee on it immediately. They were holding one another and winging shots around the corner that were straying around the rear of the head guard. Rabbit punches not permitted. So 10-second clapper as the right cross finds Summit on the end of it from Zakhariev. Wonderful movement once again. Flashing right cross to end the round from Zakhariev. A very good round of boxing from both men in the opening 3 minutes. Zakhariev edging it. And there's confirmation. All 5 judges favoring the work of the man in blue. But Summit, with his heavy-handed assaults, never really out of a contest as long as he's on his feet. Zakhariev was able to find space in between Summit's assaults. He's taken the opening round for all 5 judges.
Не надо, чтобы он тебя атаковал, у тебя бросался. Ты удержи на передней постоянно.
Seconds out. Round 2.
So into the second round then. 2-time European champion in the youth category, Yuri Zakhariev, wearing blue for Ukraine, looking to get himself onto the global medal podium here, but that is exactly what Summit of India is trying to do. 2 strong boxing nations being represented here on the global stage by talented teenagers. Glancing left jab landed by Summit. Summit looking to load up on his punches now. The volume has been decreased, but then he's picked off by a reverse 1-2. Zakhariev in and out, scoring with a right cross, left jab. Hard right hand landed by Summit. And that is why this man is such a dangerous operator up there in the boxing ring. He can turn things around. Such is his power as the 2-man exchange backhands. Summit has produced a second round stoppage in this tournament. That's how he progressed through to the quarter-final stage, taking his man out of there in the round of 16. And he's looking to load up on his punches, but accuracy not what he wants it to be. Zakhariev working away. He scored with a single right hand during the course of that coming together, which was rather untidy from both boxers. That's a good right cross behind quick feet from Zakhariev. Summit looking to counter. Snapping left jab lands again in rapid-fire fashion from Zakhariev. And a burst of punches to the body before an untidy tangle. So Summit only coming forward behind a single jab. Zakhariev, he possesses the quicker feet. Nice left jab landed by Summit, then he demonstrating his defensive prowess, sidestepping to his left and coming back with a left-right combination. Counter right hand is a beauty from Summit. He leaned to his right to avoid the shot from Zakhariev and then came forward and unloaded a strong right cross, which caught the man in blue. Zakhariev followed up by digging away with a couple of punches to the body. Well, I'm not sure Zakhariev wants to be engaging in a physical matchup with Summit. Summit appears to be the more, or the type of, appears to have the stature, which suggests he'll come off better in those exchanges. The roundhouse right lands for Summit in the closing stages of the second round. Another frenetic 3 minutes of boxing here. And Summit taking it for Judge A. For the other 4 judges, they prefer the work of Zakhariev. And he's in a commanding position, up 2 points for judges B, C, D, and E. But there's an example of the quick-fisted punch picking. But there was a strong right cross landed by Summit.
Не надо обмена, не надо обмена. Зачем обмен? Для чего?
As we go into the third and final round, the man in the red corner, well, there is no tomorrow. Got to step on the gas and go after his man, but again, it's a very difficult mission to try and catch this man by applying front foot pressure because he's a very adept back foot boxer. But how will he choose to approach it? No doubt about the approach from Summit. From my perspective, he's got to go for this now. So we're in the third and final round of the 69-kilogram welterweight quarterfinal. The winner is going through to the medal rostrum here at Kielce 2021. Summit trying to quicken his feet and get in behind that lead left hand. Right hand not too far away from Summit. Comes forward behind a single jab. Does he need to double it up, the man in red? And sustain the pressure on Zakhariev. Beautiful punch picking from the man in blue. Terrific hand speed in evidence. Summit tries to respond, but his accuracy wasn't where he wants it to be. Summit scores with a strong left jab to the body. Right hand is a nice counter shot from Zakhariev, but he possesses such terrific hand speed. I'm not sure that Summit wants to be waiting on the perimeter. Takes a left jab to the body from Zakhariev, does Summit. I just think Summit has got to be busier here because the more the clock continues to tick away, the more he is entering the realm of needing an RSC or KO victory. Probably needs that from now, to be honest. But of course, the more time ticks away, the more you enter the realm of needing a single shot KO. Remember, 4 standing counts will bring about a stoppage. The referee will look into the eyes and at the condition of the boxer who's in trouble and can wave it off. But the clock running out for Summit here. He's content to remain patient on the outside, and I don't think that's going to serve him well. But again, he's got to make the most of his own skill set. Not everybody is a threshing machine puncher who can come forward and let their hands go in unrelenting fashion. Zakhariev not heeding the command of break. He won't want to pick up a warning for the infringement of holding. And we're inside the final minute, and Zakhariev gets through with the right hand once again. That was a hard right cross from Summit, but the sting taken off it because Zakhariev was leaning back. Well, no questioning the desire of either of these boxers. But Zakhariev now with 1 foot on the medal podium. Good right cross landed by the man in blue. And Summit hasn't been able to mount the surge that he needed to overturn what was a 2-point deficit for 4 of the 5 scoring judges. And it's going to be Yuri Zakhariev, the 2-time European youth champion, who will go through to the medal stages here in Kielce 2021. Very good display indeed. Summit competing right up until the concluding bell, but not able to find the quality that he needed on a sustained basis to outpoint Zakhariev.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout by unanimous decision is the boxer from the blue corner, Yuri Zakhariev, Ukraine.
So there is confirmation of a unanimous points decision victory for Yuri Zakhariev, taking all 3 rounds for 4 of the 5 scoring judges, taking it 2-1. To ensure a unanimous points decision verdict to take him through to the medal rostrum here in Kielce 2021. A very good display. Summit provided some fireworks during the course of this tournament. He's eliminated at the quarterfinal stage. It's Zakhariev who goes through.
Bout number 318 in ring A, men's welter 69 kg. Into the red corner, please welcome boxer representing Moldavia, Gudzi Vladislav. And his opponent representing Cuba, Lafos Paul Dany Landis.
So we remain in the 69 kilogram welterweight division, and this one between boxers from Moldova and Cuba.
Ladies and gentlemen, judge assignment.
So here are the judges who are scoring this one. They come from Italy, Uzbekistan, India, Armenia, and Argentina.
Reese Chan, United States.
So there is Vladislav Gudzi, 18 years of age, the 2019 European Youth Championship silver medalist at 64 kilograms. Comes in here with 2 national youth titles in 2020 and 2019. His most recent one, 2020 was 69 kilograms. The one the year before was at 64 kilos. Plenty of success in the junior ranks as well. And he's facing off against the fellow national champion, Dany Lafos Paul, the national youth champion of Cuba in the 69 kilogram welterweight division. He's 19 years of age. Dany Lafos Paul preparing for his 4th bout of this tournament. Remember, it's the busiest weight bracket of the entire championships here at Kielce 2021. 36 boxers. So we've had effectively a round of 64. Dany Lafos Paul competing in that one. Vladislav Gudzi had a bye in the round of 64. And so this is his 3rd contest.
Round 1.
So we're underway then. 69 kilogram welterweight quarterfinal action to see who will go through to face off against the 2-time European Championship gold medalist Yuri Zakhariev. This one between boxers from Moldova and Cuba. The tall man wearing, or taller man, wearing red is Vladislav Gudzi, 18 years of age. His opponent, covering up on the ropes at present, is Dany Lafos Paul, the 19-year-old producing a blistering 2nd round stoppage, uncoiling some sickening body shots to get his opponent out of there. Anas Al-Sadi of Jordan overmatched, and there's evidence of the left hand to the body that served him so well yesterday. And in a tall figure like Gudzi, there is plenty of torso to aim at as he lands a good up jab once, twice, does Lafos. Gudzi, with his hands down by his kneecaps, edging his way forwards on quick feet, looking to back Lafos up towards the ropes. Good left jab landed by Lafos as Gudzi comes forward with a quick-fisted flurry, and he does get through. Rather untidy looking shots, but he certainly got the attention of Lafos. Lafos content to go from set of strands to set of strands as we approach the midpoint of the opening round. Lafos Paul holding his feet, inviting or trying to goad Gudzi into a lead that he can counter. Up jab from Lafos Paul. Lafos Paul trusting his reflexes here. Hands down by his knees, reflecting the posture, but look at that for punch picking from that low held guard. Terrific portion of the round for Lafos. Up jab once again, getting between the defenses of the man in red, and then moving beautifully to avoid the attempted counter from Gudzi. Very good opening round so far for Lafos, who scores with a right cross to the body. And Gudzi, despite being taller and having longer arms, hasn't found a range as he's put on the end of 1, 2 left jabs, making another one. Not hard, but incessant from Lafos, who's remaining in the pocket and weaving away from punches. Very effectively indeed. Closing seconds of the opening round. What has been a very good first 3 minutes for Danny Lafos. Goodsy gets through with a glancing right hand and left hook. But it's going to be Lafos Paul, for my money, who takes that opening round. Well, he's only taken it for 2 judges. It's not what I saw up there in the boxing ring, but judges A, C, and D favoring the work of Goodsy. Because as the round progressed, I thought Goodsy was put on the end of some terrific punch picking from the man in blue, but he's taken the first round on a 3-2 split. Again, that for me was the second 2/3 of the round in microcosm. But it's a 3-2 split in favor of the man in red. The Cuban corner and indeed the Moldovan corner will be aware of the status of the contest thanks to AIBA live scoring. Complete transparency here at Kielce 2021. What type of second round is this going to produce from both men? The contest still in the balance after 3 minutes. The man in red edging the first round 3-2 for the 5 scoring judges. So both men operating in the space of center ring now. Neither man willing to concede and back up. Lafos Paul looking to edge forwards. Right hand over the top is a nice shot. Lands again for Goodsy. Solid left, right landed by Goodsy, and he tries to come back after nodding in acknowledgement to say, okay, you got me, but now I'm coming with mine. Now it's Lafos onto the front foot. Goodsy sitting on the ropes, takes a right hand to the body and then a single shot upstairs. His attempted left jab was long. Lafos looking to dig away to the body. Shots underneath during the course of that exchange from Lafos. Goodsy got through with successful offense as well. Nice left hand off the ropes landed by Goodsy. Approaching the halfway stage of round number 2. Neither man listening to the American referee in his command of no holding. Left jab on the resumption twice, followed by a right cross from Lafos, and then running the man in red into a right hand. So 2 slick boxers providing an enthralling contest here in this 69-kilogram welterweight quarterfinal. Goodsy looking to tie his man up to get himself off the ropes. Well, that is stern admonishment from American referee Sean Reese in the direction of Goodsy. And one suspects clinching not going to be part of his repertoire for the remainder of this contest. Well, he's holding on once again in the neutral corner, just above our commentary position. And now Lafos spoken to about pushing down on his opponent. Both men with hands down by their knees, but 2 cuffing shots landed by the left hand, and then more quick fire success on the inside for Lafos. Looping right hand over the top lands for Goodsy. Counter left jabs landed by the man in blue. He burrows away with a 2-shot salvo to the body. Oh, well, there it is. That has completely changed the complexion of this second round. So, whatever score Goodsy gets, it is going to be -1. He can get no more than 9 in this round. And for my money, he's been outboxed in this second round. But again, how do the 5 scoring judges see it? Let's take a look at these scorecards, because they're going to be very interesting indeed. 3 minutes to go in this 69-kilogram welterweight quarterfinal. And it's a clean sweep for Lafos, which means it's a 10-8 round. Lafos ahead on all of the scorecards. 3 points for judges C and E. And that is why you must obey the instructions of the 3rd person in the ring. The referee is in charge, and he spoke to Goodsy clearly and said, you're holding too much. If you do it again, you're going to get a warning. And he said, do you understand me? Goodsy indicated that he did, and I suggested clinching wouldn't be able to be a part of his repertoire. And what did he do? Clamped on with a clinch once again, and he's conceded. the second round effectively 10-8. So he needs a big final 3 minutes now, does Goodsey, having been hit with that warning in the second frame. So we're into the third and final round, and Goodsey, to his credit, has come out aggressively to begin this third and final round because he is trailing on all 5 scorecards after an incident-filled second 3-minute stanza here. Cracking right hand from Lafos. Body shot dug in, may have been low from the man in blue. The two boxers leaning on, testing the strength of one another on the inside. Exchange of jabs between the two boxers. More solid left jab on that subsequent exchange of lead hands landed by Lafos. He comes forward with the right hand. Goodsey on the ropes, leaning back over the top strand, manages to avoid the shots and then walks his man backwards and lands a single right hand of his own. So the onus on Goodsey to do something different here. He's put on the end of another pecking left jab and then a beautiful right cross. He counters with a roundhouse right. Goodsey being forced backwards, but he's got to up the work rate because he needs an immense third and final round to overturn the deficit that he faces. Minute gone in the third and final round. Goodsey trying to draw his man in and then look for a counter right hand out of his slick skill set. Left hook landed by Lafos. Both boxers, because Goodsey landed a right hand as well, both men hitting on the break. Jabs being exchanged. Good right hand landed by Goodsey. Tangle on the inside. Left hand landed on the inside by Lafos. Goodsey responded with a shot of his own, but it was Lafos who had the final word before the boxers disengaged. Lafos onto his front foot. Good right hand dug into the body and a left hand as well. They caused Goodsey to wince a little bit. Then he's put onto the end of a left jab, right cross, left uppercut combination. Terrific work by Lafos, looking to increase his pressure in as we approach the final minute of this final round. Goodsey now, does he have the energy in his tank to demonstrate or the punch output that he needs? Again, every time a shot lands to the body, it's bringing about a grimace. And Goodsey's bearing his gum shield. Does Lafos recognize that? Because his head is down when he's sinking in these body shots. Goodsey trying to rally, but he is desperately fatigued up there. Nothing wrong with the man's desire, but he doesn't have the wherewithal to demonstrate as he takes a left, left, and the right cross in that combination was a crisp punch indeed. Goodsey desperately fatigued now, hanging on, trying to get some energy for the rally that he needs. He's being encouraged mightily by his corner. Another body shot sinks in from Lafos, and this has been a very good display by the Cuban boxer. And as the 10-second clapper sounds, he's onto the front foot, driving Goodsey backwards, just demonstrating his dominance in the closing stages. And he flexes both biceps because he knows that it is a job well done that will carry him through to the medal podium here at Kielce 2021. Where he will face off against Yuri Zakhariev, the two-time European champion. And what a contest that promises to be, scheduled for the evening session here in Ring A tomorrow. But of course, I'm getting ahead of myself. We need official confirmation. But for my money, it was Lafos who took that third and final round. The warning issued against Goodsey. Significant here in this 69-kilogram welterweight quarterfinal. So let's get official confirmation. We should see Lafos through to the final four.
Winner of this bout by split decision is the boxer from the blue corner, Lafos Paul, Daniel Landes, Cuba.
So Danny Landis Lafos Paul, absolutely delighted with his performance. He takes this one 4-0 over Vladislav Goodsey of Moldova. Contest of high skill between two boxers, but the more the contest went on, for my money, it was Lafos Paul who came on stronger. Not quite sure how the man in red took that final round for anybody, but there you go, the right man has won. And it is Lafos Paul who goes through to the medal platform where he will face off against Yuri Zakhariev. What a semi-final that promises to be. Lafos Paul has guaranteed himself a medal of some description here.
Ladies and gentlemen, bout number 319 in the ring K, men's light heavy, 81 kilogram. Into the red corner, please welcome boxer from Russia, Kaverin Vasily. And his opponent, representing Serbia, Memik Almir. Judge assignments, 1 Czech Republic, 2 Mongolia.
So we move up to the 81 kilogram light heavyweight division for our final two contests in this 13th session of boxing. The judges come from Czech Republic, Mongolia, Scotland, Slovakia, and Hungary. And there is the Russian boxer, Vasily Kaverin, 19 years of age, 2020 National Youth Championship silver medalist at 81 kilograms. His opponent, across the ring in the blue corner, just waiting to climb the steps after a moment of final introspection, is Almir Memic, also 19 years of age. He comes to the ring as the 2019 National Youth Champion at 69 kilograms. And the year before that, or he was 2021 now, of course, but the year before that, he was a National Junior Champion in the lower weight class of 63 kilos. So continuing to grow through the weight classes, not unsurprising with these teenage boxers. Alexander Kamidov is our referee.
Round 1.
So we're underway then. 81 kilogram light heavyweight action in the quarter-final stage between boxers from Russia and Serbia. The southpaw wearing red is Vasily Kaverin, a man who's just targeting the body. The more compact figure is Almir Memic. He has been a bustling boxer throughout the tournament. 25 athletes making up the 81 kilogram light heavyweight bracket. And this the third bout of Kielce 2021 for both of these men, neither of them receiving a bye in the round of 32. Left hand out of the southpaw stance, not too far away from Kaverin, who's starting this one briskly, had a really hard-fought contest yesterday, or in his recent outing. Neither boxer really finding the range over the previous 10 seconds or so. Kaverin closer with that southpaw left. Memic responding immediately. Now that left hand straight around the rear, hitting Kaverin in the rib cage with a forearm almost. So looking to measure his way in behind that range-finding jab. It's Kaverin, then he scores with a good left cross, first to the head and then the body. Quick-footed attack from Memic. Didn't really find the range, touching the man to the torso with a bunch of shoe shine shots. Nice left hook landed by the man in blue, catching Kaverin as he tried to spin off. And on that occasion, Kaverin was able to evade the left hook by skipping off to his right. Counter left hand is an effective shot from Memic. It's a roundhouse left, but it did find a home. Right cross is a solid shot from the man in blue. How about that for a counter left cross from the southpaw stance of Kaverin? Solid left cross on the retreat from Kavarin, catching Memic as he's coming in, and then look at the use of the feet, spinning off to his right to land a check right hand. Same move once again from Kavarin, using his feet and the space of the boxing ring very effectively indeed. While Memic is really sinking his feet into the canvas and swinging away from both flanks. Nice left hand landed on the inside by Kavarin once again. So the first round in the book, wonderful movement in evidence from the man wearing red over the course of that first 3-minute frame. Memic was plenty aggressive. Kavarin, whose movement and punch ticket picking has swept the board, all 5 scoring judges preferring his work in the first 3 minutes.
Seconds out, please. Round 2.
So into the second round then, Almir Memic conceding the opening round, primarily because of that move right there. Memic has not been able to prevent Kavarin from spinning off and avoiding his assault. Very good movement in this technical encounter. He looks for a counter left hand to catch the incoming boxer in blue. Then he drives him back with a good left cross to the body. So single shot attacks being launched by Memic. And would he be advised, given that his man is such a good mover, his opponent, would he be advised to maintain the pressure and keep the attacks going? Left hand landed by Memic. That's causing Kavarin to become a little bit disorganized. Backs his man into a corner now. Can't get his hands free to punch away. Tied up by Kavarin, who got himself back to the space of center ring. Just feel that Memic has got to be busier here. Good right cross to the body, but I'm not sure singles are going to be enough to get it done. He turns southpaw, making it a battle of fellow southpaws. How long will he remain as a lefty? Not for long, judging by his stance on the resumption. Left cross is a counter shot once again as Memic comes forward with a single right cross. He takes a hard left hand to the body and his own shot upstairs fell short. And midway through this second round, I'm not sure that this type of tempo is going to be enough to get Memic into this contest. It's almost as though he's looking for a single shot home run. The breathing of both men audible from our ringside commentary position here. Mihala Legionov. Counter left hand was looked for by Kavarin once again, but look at that. Memic not able to prevent him from dipping low and skipping away. And now it's Memic onto the back foot. Both boxers feeling the pace of this contest, but who will be able to disguise their discomfort more effectively, and moreover, who will have more energy left to showcase their skills. Nice left cross straight through the guard from Kavarin. Memic looking for a body shot, working away on his man on the neutral corner, but like Houdini, he skips back to the space of center ring once again. Terrific escapology from the man in red, and Memic simply not able to keep Kavarin on the ropes or in a corner. It's been a very good display, this one, of efficient movement from the man in red. Turning southpaw once again at the sound of the 10-second clapper is Memic, and I suspect that's another round that will be scored in favor of Kavarin. With only 3 minutes remaining in the contest, well, Almir Memic has got it all to do. He's conceded the opening 2 rounds across the board. All 5 scoring judges preferring the work of the man in red.
Slušaj, šta smo rekli, ti rekom gore, kako nešto baca pred ruku, spusti se niže noge, levo, desno, loviš ga da on promaši i 3-4 udarca, 5 prema telom ga nastavi, jasno. Možeš 100 udaraca, samo raz telom. Znaš, nemamo drugo. Znači da kaziš što puta, ajde. Daj sebe pa kako god bude, nije ništa sporno. Ali, ide, slušaj, levo, desno, levo, desno,
Seconds out, please. Round 3.
Well, we're into the third and final round, and Almir Memic, the man in blue from Serbia, has got to do something dramatically different here in the third. But Kaverin has set his stall out early, and even though he has taken the first 2 rounds, he's not willing to concede anything, and has set himself up in center ring and daring Memic to come through his right jab and left cross. Memic, to his credit, trying to get onto the front foot. Now he's letting punches go in bunches. But even when he had Kaverin on the ropes, not able to land cleanly. Good double left cross, or the final shot get through to the body of the man in blue. And then more success upstairs. And I think that body shot may well have hurt Memic because his mouthpiece is being pushed out. He's dropping his hand to protect his elbow. And there you see that subsequent body shot caused the mouthpiece to be dislodged. A vulnerability to the body exposed during the course of that third and final round because Memic has put an awful lot into the contest. And if you are facing a fatiguing opponent, well, one way to test their conditioning is to tap them to the body in and around the ribcage. That's one time the mouthpiece has been dislodged. Our referee will have to sanitize his hands following the COVID-19 safety protocols that are in evidence here at Kielce 2021. Well, Kaverin right back to the body with a left cross. Look how he's doubling the man over now, but he's spoken to about keeping the punches up, Kaverin. But this is intelligent boxing from the man in red. Single flashing shot not too far away. Now he's running to a left cross is Memic. Kaverin continuing to look for that body, look for the body with a spearing left cross. Goes downstairs again, and look at the right elbow of Memic clamped to his ribcage in a bid to repel those punches that are being sunk in. Presenting his head now, hands down by his belt line. I think he's playing possum here because I think he's feeling the effects of these body punches. Good right hand over the top landed by Memic. Counter right hand comes out of the southpaw stance as another body shot sunk in, but it's below the belt once again, causing the intervention of the referee, reminding Kaverin that he's got to keep his punches up. This has been a very good display from the man in red, and with the man in blue slowing down in front of him, while he's having an increased amount of success here in the third and final round. You have to credit Almir Memic. This is one tough hombre as he takes a left cross to the head, looking to protect his body, and that's leaving his head as an open target. Uppercut brought into play now by Kaverin twice, and those are terrific punches off the back foot. Right hand brings about a standing count through a brilliant portion of the round for Vasily Kaverin. Almir Memic being picked off repeatedly and in danger of being punched to a standstill. Such has been the accuracy, and right on the resumption, Kaverin comes through with a left uppercut once again, then a left cross. Repeated success from that backhand out of the southpaw stance for Kaverin, who has produced a very efficient display of clever, patient boxing here. Wonderful punch picking, fantastic accuracy, and gradually broke down his man over the course of the 3 3-minute rounds, so that for much of the final round, he was able to pick his punches as and when he liked. He'll be going through to the final 4 of the men's 81-kilogram light heavyweight division. A terrific performance by Vasily Kaverin has guaranteed himself a championship medal here at Kielce 2021.
Ladies and gentlemen, winner of this bout by unanimous decision is the boxer from the Red corner, Vasily Kavelin, Russia.
And there is confirmation of a unanimous points decision victory in favor of Vasily Kaverin. He goes through to the semi-final stage and guarantees himself a championship medal here in the AIBA Youth World Championships in Kielce. Dominant third and final round, brought about a standing count and slowly broke down the man, particularly to the body.
Ladies and gentlemen,
So that Memic, despite all of his determination and desire, simply wasn't able to get out of the way of the shots. One tough guy, and he competed with everything that he had. It's Kaverin who goes through.
Into the ring A. Please welcome competitor from men's light heavy 81 kilogram. To red corner, boxer from Ukraine, Salabai Denis. And he have opponent in blue corner, representing Azerbaijan, Alexis Murat. And of course, a lot of just excitement in beast bout and beast bout 320. 1 Kyrgyzstan, 2 Italy, 3 Hungary.
So our
3
final bout of this
5 Czech Republic.
13th session of boxing will be scored by judges from Kyrgyzstan, Italy, Hungary, Sri Lanka, and the Czech Republic. And this final bout will be contested between boxers from Ukraine and Azerbaijan. There is the Ukrainian boxer, Denis Salabai, 19 years of age, the 2020 National Youth Championship gold medalist at 81 kilograms. And he's facing off against a man who took continental bronze in the junior ranks back in 2017, and that is Murad Alivadiev. Mazlan bin Amza of Malaysia is the referee.
Round 1.
So we're underway then, this contest to determine who will face off against Vasily Kaverin in the semi-final stage of the 81 kilogram light heavyweight division. The boxers are from Ukraine and Azerbaijan in an all-European affair. Here on the global stage, the man wearing red is Denis Salabai, 19 years of age. He's competing in his third contest here at Kielce 2021. Excuse me, his second contest at Kielce 2021, having had a bye in the round of 32. 25 men make up the light heavyweight division. Alivadiev competing in his third bout. Prevailed in a scrappy contest yesterday on a 4-1 split to book his place here. Did Salabai. Plenty of courage and evidence during the course of his previous win, where he did have to dig deep, the man in red. Alivadiev used his straight punch picking to good effect, progressed through to the quarterfinal stage. Good body shot landed by Salabai. Burrowing away to the body is the man in red. So Alivadiev looking to establish his range, looking for a right-left combination, but was off target with both punches. Looking to go body then head, right then left, and scored with a good left hook around the corner and a beautiful combination to both torso and head from the man in blue. Approaching 2 minutes gone in the opening round. Driving forwards is Salabai. Nice left hand landed by Salabai as Alavadiev was looking for a corkscrew right hand. Got his feet in a tangle. Salabai set about him. But Alavadiev was able to get his boxing stance back together and get himself off the ropes. So short of the range with his attempted left-right combination as Salabai continues to press. Alavadiev, can he keep the straight punches going? He appears to be the slightly longer fighter. Similar in terms of height as Salabai lands a beautiful left jab. I just wonder who has the edge in reach and range. Salabai onto the front foot. Alavadiev making him miss. Busy opening round of boxing between these two 81-kilogram light heavyweights. So they're the scores then through the first completed round.
Правый, левый, не забывай.
Round 2.
So into the second round then. First taken unanimously by the man in red. Both boxers looking to up the tempo, particularly Alavadiev. Good work to the body by the man in blue, but the final shot of the exchange was an arcing right hand around the corner from Salabai. Two-shot combination downstairs was successful for Salabai. His attempted follow-up upstairs was blocked by the gloves of the man in blue. Hard right hand driven in by Alavadiev. Good body shot landed during that exchange from Salabai. Punch activity has slowed a little bit, perhaps understandable, as Alavadiev gets through with a hard right-left combination, but then he has his head jolted backwards by a left hook on the inside from Salabai, and Salabai looking to have the final word during this trade-off at center ring. Salabai looking to change the angles, both men digging away to both body and head. And understandably, Alavadiev looking to initiate a clinch just to gain some respite. Let the energy levels rise and then come again. Remember, the opening round was conceded by the man in blue, 10-9 for all 5 scoring judges. That right hand did penetrate the defenses of Salabai and was a scoring shot for Alavadiev. Beautiful lead right hand from Salabai. That brings about a burst of punches to the body from the man in blue, but then a counter right hand over the top as the two men engaging in an exchange once again. Well, I think Alavadiev has got to be busier than he's being, because this is the competitive round. Good right hand to the body landed by the man in blue. Terrific exchanges ensuing once again, closing stages. As Alavadiev driven back by a big left jab, he then takes a hard left hand to the body. And is he feeling the pace just a little bit more than his opponents in red? Make no mistake, both of these men laying it all on the line in a bid to make it through to the final 4 and face off against Vasily Kaverin. And credit to Alibadiev trying to up the tempo and go through the gears. I'm not sure that it's going to be enough to sweep the board or get him back into the contest. You see, he's got it for 2 of the 5 judges who preferred his work, but not clear enough to make it unanimous. So it is all square for 2 of the judges, D and E. There are 2 points in it, 20 points to 18 for judges A, B, and C in favor of the man wearing red.
Second out. Round.
So into the 3rd and final round we go. It is all square for 2 judges after a terrific fight back by Alibadiev, and he's come out in similar vein in the 3rd round, landed a strong right cross, which certainly got the attention of Denis Salabai. It's all square for judges D and E, 19 points apiece through 2 completed rounds after Alibadiev did up his work rate in the 2nd. After being swept unanimously in the 1st, he got a 2-3 split. So 3 judges favoring the work of the man in red. That's an indication as to how close and competitive the round was. And that is why he is really going for it here, because he's got to overturn a 2018 deficit for judges A, B, and C. And again, we're in the 8 to 1 kilogram light heavyweight division. And the activity has been at a high rate indeed. Good right hand to the body was countered immediately by a left hand to the body from Salabai. The man in blue who led off that attack sinking a right hand downstairs. There you see goes body then head once again. Salabai trying to respond, but he's not as accurate. Terrific activity from Alibadiev as we approach the midpoint of the final round. Left hand almost straight into a rabbit punch from Alibadiev. He's now going backwards, being walked down by Salabai. Both boxers feeling the pace beyond the midpoint of the 3rd and final round. But you can take comfort from the fact that you can guarantee your opponent is feeling the same way. So who will be able to access their reserves of energy and produce a grandstand finish? Who will be able to showcase their skills and demonstrate some quality? Right hand lead was blocked by the defenses of Salabai. Salabai was looking to hold on subsequently. Both men getting busy with their hands, firing off at long range before falling into a clinch once again. I think it's Salabai that is initiating these clinches. Alibadiev can't shake him off. Right hand got through, but it's countered immediately by Salabai. Good right hand to the body by Alibadiev. That's a beautiful left hook on the inside during the course of that exchange. But increasing amounts of holding now. Evident up here, deep into the 3rd and final round. Well, credit to Murad Alidiev, because he really did go for it. There's a 10-second clap, and you can see how weary both boxers are, and they really are going for it in the closing stages, producing a terrific exchange. What a spirited contest produced by both men. But one suspects it is going to be Salabai who will go through to the semi-final stage, guaranteeing himself a championship medal here at the 2021 AIBA Youth World Boxing Championships. But Alibadiev really did go for it. Both boxers leaving it all in the ring in their bid to become a championship medalist here at the Youth World Championships in Kielce. Both boxers to center ring. Let's get the verdict.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout by unanimous decision is boxer from red corner, Salabai Denis. Ukraine.
And there is confirmation of a unanimous points decision victory for Denis Salabai. 29-28 for all 5 scoring judges. Terrific fight back produced by Murad Alavadiev, but he's not able to get the wide margin that he needed in the 3rd and final round. Split rounds in rounds 2 and 3. Alavadiev getting himself into the contest with each subsequent round, but not enough to overturn the unanimous first round that went against him. 29-28 across the board, but all 5 judges favoring the work of the Ukrainian boxer, and it is Salabai who will stand on the medal podium here at Kielce 2021. Now in the mix to fight for a place in the final. He will face off against Vasily Kaverin of Russia in the evening session here tomorrow. Well, that concludes the action from Ring A, the 13th session of boxing in the book. 320 bouts down through 7 days of competition. It has been a bumper day, 28 bouts in total. You can see the action still taking place in Ring B. My colleague Andy Clark is on commentary duty on that ring. So switch over on our YouTube, on the AIBA YouTube channel, if you want to tune into that, and subscribe to the YouTube channel that is produced by AIBA. You'll see live streams, such as you're seeing here in Kielce 2021. There will also be feature material, archive material, lots of engaging content over on the AIBA YouTube channel. But from here at Ring A, we will leave you with a closing graphic of the session results from the 14 contests we witnessed here in this evening session. Some terrific quality on display. We now know the medalists in the weight divisions that were contested. Make sure you join us tomorrow, 2 p.m. local time, Central European time, for session number 14, where there will be plenty more action to come as we edge closer towards the medal bouts here at Kielce 2021. So on behalf of the rest of the team here, it just remains for me, Ronald McIntosh, to say thank you for staying with us, and join us again tomorrow for more action from the 2021 AIBA World Youth Boxing Championships for men and women. Bye for now.